Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 192 RGT Podcast. Yeah, we getting straight into this, man. We had some pretty good news this week. Some rumors are going around, of course. We'll talk about those, of course. But a lot going on and a lot to be excited for, to say the least. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I see you guys. What's going on? You already know. I see a lot of you hitting me up nonstop about tomorrow because we have an awesome interview lined up for you, so I can't wait for tomorrow. But until we get into tomorrow, we gotta focus on today. This is Friday. You already know how it is. Every Friday, man, we go down, we break the stuff down, we go through all this news, the rumors, the latest. Blaze and Hunter will be joining us momentarily. I don't think, they'll be joining us momentarily. So they'll just fade in, and when they fade in, you already know we'll get the intros in them for all that stuff. But let's go ahead and get into this show. But before we get into this show and our intros, shout out to the chat. What up, Steve? I see you, my dude. What's going on? Briar, what up? Man, you got some problems, Briar. I see that comment. Nah, I'm playing. We good. Mass Produce, what's up? We got Robert Hunter in the building. What's going on? We got Jeff Gaming. What's going on? Ice Queen. We got Muck in the building. We got Sean always in the chat, and John the Don. Shout out to John. He everywhere. He really is everywhere. He was just watching. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about this dude, man. So he was watching this dude by the name of Red Hood 420, man. He was streaming this game called The Quarry, man. And you can ask John the Don. I don't know what it is, man. Ever since this Amber Heard thing where this man started to get a little bit of clout in terms of his live streams, I don't know what it is, man. I don't recognize him. I say what's up to him. He doesn't acknowledge me. And when he does acknowledge me, he's got a comment to say, a smug little comment to say towards me. It's like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve that type of disrespect? I did everything right.
This guy really is capping so hard.
But nah. Shout out to John over there where Red Hood's in chat. Make sure you guys check out Red Hood 420, man. I'll put a link to it in the chat for everybody. I know you're a mod, so you should be able to do that. But yeah, check out Red Hood 420. He streams, feels like every day now on Twitch, or every other day on Twitch. Streaming tomorrow as well. He's playing The Quarry, so if you guys want to support the homie, support him over there. Let's go ahead and get into these intros, though. First up, my brother, Red Hood 420. You know, this has got to be the best week for him. You know, he's got his Game of the Generation dropping with, Gotham Knights. He's got The Quarry dropping. You know what I mean? He had a great show with Keely's showcase. You know, he was feeling himself at that showcase, weren't you, bro? You was having fun. Having a lot of fun, weren't you? By the way, he's also related to, for those of you I didn't know, he's also related to a certain YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, Gotham Knights, like always, just terrible from Summer Game Fest. But no, overall, I've been digging The Quarry. I'll say, like, dude, it's like literally like they've been saying, it's a spiritual successor to Until Dawn. So yeah, it definitely has like the feel for it, as well as like
production value,
your choices. Yeah, it's a. I think it's published by 2K. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Take-Two or whatever.
Looks really
So like overall, it's great. It's $70 for console owners for current gen and all that. So
good. Oof.
depends on you if you find that appropriate. It's $60 for PC, and then if you go on Green Man Gaming, it's
If you
way
go
cheaper.
if you use the cheat code, it's called CD Keys, you can get it for 30 something.
Yeah,
So.
Green Man Gaming or CD Keys, like I said. But no, it's like overall, it's a good game. I recommend it, especially like it's basically a dry season. Besides Sniper Elite 5 and this, like it's gonna probably continue to be a dry season until what, September, August.
Honestly, I don't even think so. I mean, August is obviously we're gonna have something for August, but September feels like that's like the deadline.
No, I mean September is like we'll get into it. What certain game coming out? Then October Forspoken, as well as Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And then November, which we'll talk about, is potentially a certain game.
Yeah, I was gonna wait till Blaze got in here because I see some people talking about it in the chat. So let's talk about Blaze 4K. Let's get our 2 cents on this. Blaze 4K broke the internet. For those I didn't know. So if you guys remember, like a few shows ago, back when God of War, not Ragnarok, but God of War 2018 was confirmed for PC. Leading up to that, I've been telling you guys that, expect more games to go to PC. I said God of War more likely is going to go there. Don't be surprised if it does go there. Of course, Blaze is like, no, they're not going to do that. That's their staple. And this is ironically, this is before we had Kate Yeager on the show. And Kate Yeager even found out about the whole sawing of the PS4 when he said he was going to do it before he did it. So the bet was for Blaze here. He said this on Erica's for the Wins podcast called The Backlog. Make sure you guys check her out too. She's a great content creator. But on her podcast, basically Blaze jumped in there. He was like, yeah, if God of War goes to PC, I'm going to saw my God of War PS4 in half. And, well, God of War got confirmed for PC. And then for Tenga, and everybody was like, yeah, what about that PS4 getting sawed in half? Blaze, pretty much everybody was coming at him. So he had to either do one or two things, either take an L. I mean, either way, he's taking an L. He's going through a system. I mean, that's just how it is. So he either had to saw the console in half or take the L of being someone who doesn't go by their word. And so he values his word, and he went and sawed the PS4 in half. Now, what's funny about it, too, a lot of people didn't know about this, started to go, oh, he did it because of Spider-Man. Has nothing to do with Spider-Man going to PC. It was actually for God of War. But they're like, oh, why didn't he saw the God of War one? So here's a little backstory for the God of War one, just to give you guys the full details. The God of War one actually holds a lot of sentimental value to him. If I remember correctly, it's his cousin who bought him that console, and his cousin passed away. That's why he didn't saw that console in half. That's why he keeps it in the box pristine. So if you ever see him show off that console, it's not for him to really show that one in particular off. That one's actually more of a memento to his cousin. That's why he didn't saw that one. He saw the PS4 version in half. And also, he has another one at his house, by the way. For those of you I didn't know, he had two. And that's in the box. So that one on the internet. Ironically, I love how they used his title, Red Hood, because he said "fanboy destroying console." I like how one dude did that. And you know what's funny about that article? That had to be one of the sloppiest articles I've ever seen. He literally just took the title, "Fanboy Sauce Console," then he put Blaze 4K. This is "Fanboy Sauce Console." In the article, there was no details of the article. I'm like, wow, dude, if you wanted the details, you could hit up me, you could hit up Blaze. We would have loved to talk to you. But
no, it's to give out clicks, like
it was a click article, yeah.
So it's like, and you have, more people talk about it. Certain people that have check marks on Twitter want to put their 2 cents into everything without investigating, and they're like, oh, Blaze is doing it for clout, Blaze this and that, he's a PlayStation fanboy. It's like, if you knew who Blaze is and like checked out his channel and checked out everything, like the dude games on basically everything.
He has every
he doesn't want to admit it. The guy also played Animal Crossing at a duration and all that. So
now I got ammo to slander him. Why you say that?
It's like he does play Nintendo, he does play PlayStation, he bought a Series X for Halo themed console, and he plays on PC quite a bit. So them just saying he's a fanboy and it's just because of Spider-Man going to PC, and it's like, no, he's just literally honoring a bet, but people are still like, I guess dragging him down.
And shout out to everybody who spoke up, everybody who actually knew him and obviously commented on it, co-tweeted everything. Was like, guys, it's not that deep. It's literally him honoring him. Everybody said it. Everybody said it. Just being a man of his word. That's it. We had a lot of people trying to like get spin that to get some clicks or whatnot, and they look dumb in the long run because they did nothing for him. And then you had others taking sneak disses, non-stop sneak disses into a video. Blaze dropped, and I was like, "Oh boy, are they gonna do it now?" And it's like, well, it got the results that me and Reddit already knew it was gonna result in. It was gonna result in. So that happened, and pretty much everything went back to normal. Blaze got a lot of attention out of it, and he looked good in the long run. So shout out to everybody who supports the homie. I appreciate y'all, and everybody who supports this show. We you already know, man. We continue to do what needs to be done. Talk this gaming and keep it moving. That's how it moves. Speaking of gaming, I don't know if he got his intro in. Did he get his intro? Did you get your intro in, Reddit? I don't think you did.
I mean, basically, like I said, Reddit 420, and it's gonna be an interesting, podcast. Not too much to talk about. Summer Game Fest and all that jazz, but like I said, out here supporting Blaze, which we talked about, which Blaze will probably get off his bars.
Oh, he was actually lurking in the shadows. I can tell you it was, because he just conveniently shows up after I get my monologue of him. He shows up afterwards. Look at that dude.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe,
You're muted,
and I think it'll be a good show.
What'd you say now, Blaze? You're muted.
I have responsibilities, bro. You understand that, right? I'm a father with kids and a girl.
Father with kids. I'm just saying.
You think I'm lurking around Big Cloud? Come on, Big Cloud.
Yes.
What's up, though? What's up, Hunter?
What's up,
how you doing, Hunter? You cutie pie, you.
What's going on, guy?
I'm in a good mood, man.
Dude,
we'll get you guys in here.
Dude, your Twitter, man. Your Twitter's just been on fire the past week, man. I love it.
Hey,
every day, man. Like new stuff's going on over there. I love it.
Look, I might come off toxic, but I'm just defending myself and doing what I was supposed to do. That's it, really.
That's it.
So.
That's absolutely it. And you killed it. You did it with flying colors. And speaking of flying colors, let's get into these intros for these two guys. I'm going to start with the man of the hour, the guy who single-handedly pretty much broke the internet for the past couple of days. I'm not talking about me, obviously. I'm talking about you, Mr. Blaze 4K. Look at it. Adjust your headset. Give you your bars. Go ahead, adjust your headset. Blaze 4K.
I'm actually putting in my earbuds.
Well, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's
but yeah, everything's good. It was a good showing from the event. Honestly, it was better than I thought, because I never expect much from Summer Game Fest. It's always been a mid to like mediocre show. Honestly, it really has been. And I'm not saying this show was great or like, but
we'll definitely get into it. Yeah.
They had, they showed a little effort. They brought people there. They brought Naughty Dog there. Like Neil was there. He spoke there. Like a lot of huge, big announcements that were pretty shocking and like exciting. The whole multiplayer Last of Us thing. Like it was a lot of stuff to go over. But yeah, other than that, I'm not mad about Spider-Man going to PC, people. Okay. I'm not mad. It was a deal's a deal. I have every platform. I play on every platform. It's really not that hard. I know if you don't know me and you're looking at it, maybe you're seeing a guy that's mad, but some of the like the people that don't know, I understand, because you don't know. You just see a guy cut, you think I'm mad about something. But at the end of the day, bro, I did it to just, get people off my back, because they were on me for like a month about this, more than a month. So
yeah, every day on.
So I did it. That's it. I didn't want to do it. You think I want to cut my beautiful PS4 Pro that's immaculate without a scratch? You think I wanted to do that? No, I didn't want to do it. But hey, I did it. And then you have another great individual on Twitter that he thinks because he's verified with a check mark that I'm not gonna, if you sneak diss me, if you run your mouth to me, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna fire back. I'm not. Listen. Big Cloud, you have things going for you in life. Me, I'm a rabid YouTuber with no direction yet. Once I get a direction, I'll settle down. But if you say something to me, I'm going to bomb on you. I'm not playing with nobody anymore. Don't sneak diss me for no reason. Especially when the comment section's telling him, man, it's just a bet, stay off it. And then he does it again. And now people are DMing me, Blaze, are you going to respond to so-and-so? No, I'm not going to respond. And then, hey, he sneaked diss you for the second time. I'm like, what? Like, yo, isn't this...
wasn't even like a third. It wasn't even like a second time. It felt like the sixth.
It was
time.
like a third time. Yeah,
it
whatever.
Like it was nonstop. It's like, dude.
So I
let
just
it
had
go.
to show him that, look, Tony, I own multiple PS4 Pros. This is a piece of plastic. Nobody was injured. Me cutting up a Pro. Like, it's okay. And I might have, I went a little overboard, but I just had it to that point. Like, you're supposed to be this influencer, but here you are worried about what I'm doing, and I just think that's corny.
Yeah, but nah, it was a hell of a week. Hell of a week. I'd just say that. But you did, you handled yourself really well, Blaze. I will say that, especially in a lot of things like this. So good on you, bro. Good on you. And of course, Hunter was like literally in the shadows, just watching everything, watching the world burn. Literally.
Dude, well, I mean, I know Blaze. Like, I know that he plays on every platform. I know that it was a joke. I didn't actually know about the bet. That was something that I missed. So, but I of course I read the comments and I found out right away.
It was on Erica's for the win. I know you know who that is, right? Erica's for the win. It was on her.
Yeah. I saw her respond back, and so I was like, okay, like
that's it.
that's the whole story. The guy's a man of his word. But yeah, man, I don't know. I find it like so weird too because like there's just way too many people on Twitter that just care too much about other folks. Like, who cares, man? Like, who like even if I didn't know Blaze and had no idea, like I just watched this video and I'd either like laugh or just be like, oh, look at that dude. Why would he shred his PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd think about it for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds. I'd move on. Life goes on. I got kids. I got a family. I got video games to play. I got Summer Game Fest to watch. Like, the last thing that I'm gonna do is go on Twitter. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what? Like, I have to say, like, I'm not an angel or anything like that when it comes to Twitter. I used to do stuff like that years ago. Like, I used to just comment on random stuff. But like, I don't know, man. Like, something just clicked like a year or a bit ago where I was just like, you know what, like, who cares? You know what?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, that's the other thing too. Like, they're like, I tweet all the time, and I'll get like, every tweet that I do, I'll get like 10 trolls that are just saying something stupid. I'll be like, oh yeah, Last of Us awesome, and then I'll get 10. Oh,
it's
10,
old.
10,
Yeah.
10 million is like not good sales or whatever. But you know what? Like, these days, I'm just like, what's the point of responding back? First of all, I don't know this person. Second of all, I don't care about this person. Third of all, I don't care to have a conversation with this person.
Oh, did you know Sean Layden responded?
To what?
To
my
tweet.
What? No, I didn't. But what did he say?
He said again. Now Pio, Pio, the big YouTuber, the one
Pio,
that
the Twitter
the
guy,
one
yeah.
the one that eats protein bars
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
That guy. So that guy put my thing out there. Didn't leave a no direction, no tweet, no link to my channel, nothing. He just put, hey, this guy cut his Pro, and he kind of worded it like
like you're angry.
I'm mad, like I'm angry about something. How he worded it, but I left it be because again, I don't know him, and you know what? People were recognizing like, dude, that's Blaze right there. But then people were on him so hard, like, yo, really, you're gonna post pictures and not even link where it's at? Post the whole video. So then he posted the link to the channel, like, hey, this thing's for real. Go look at it. So then, boom, that brought in a whole drove of other people, and but from Pio, all that negativity stemmed from his tweet. So everybody sharp, Tony Polanco, Sean Layden. Sean Layden's like, hey, maybe give it to a hospital, maybe, but yet again, you didn't. It's like Sean Layden, a hospital, really, like, who? Anyway, but again, I'm not mad at people that don't know me because they don't know. And the real original bet was I was supposed to cut a God of War PS4 Pro in him, but the God of War PS4 Pro has all my dead cousins' video clips. We played Destiny for years on that, and I saved like there's over a terabyte. I have a 2 terabyte thing, hard drive in it, and it's just it would take me forever to go through every little clip of my my dead cousins. So I said, I made the deal with Erica, and I was on Alex's channel, if you guys know who that is, and we just said, hey, Blaze, if you do your Spider-Man, that'll be substantial. And I said, you know what? Let's do Spider-Man because there's no value, there's no sentimental value to it. It's like a fresh Pro. There's nothing on it that I care about. And Spider-Man's hot. So fuck it. Might as well do Spider-Man anyway. And boom. That's how it happened. But I'm not mad at anybody that don't know me. I just You know, when people are telling you like, hey, it's just a bet, you know, and then they still write, well, you could have gave it to your son. My son has a PS5, but yeah, I could have. Or you could. The best thing is, Blaze, you could have sold it. If I wanted to sell it, I would have sold it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about the money. I would have sold it if it was about the money. Like, I don't. People's brains.
Yeah,
man.
but dude, like I'm saying, like I mean, there. How many clips have we seen of YouTubers like smashing stuff just for fun? Like
on the day of release, yeah.
I like how many especially PS5s. I've already seen a whole bunch of those, right? And again, like what I said is like, dude, like I'll watch the video and I'll be like, why is this person smashing his PS5? Like, maybe I'll even think like Sean Layden, like just give it to somebody, give it to your friend, give it to your neighbor, give it to a hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but that's like that'll consume 3 seconds of my day, and then I'm just like, then I just move on because who cares? Like, why would I? I don't need to like find you on Twitter. I don't need to like have conversations with you. Like, dude, like, sure. Like, just because you do things that I wouldn't necessarily do doesn't mean I need to like have conversations with you about it. Like, who cares? Like, just move on, right?
Yep.
Hunter, but if it's your money, I don't care. Hunter, if you tomorrow you said, you know what, I'm gonna saw my bed in half. Like, oh, there's people that are homeless that sleep on the ground like, what the fuck do I care what you do with your own shit? Like, I never, the problem is it's Sony. Look at even the Sony fanboys that I thought would be mad. They were like, hey, but good shit, Blake. There was a lot of people defending me. Don't get it twisted. A lot of people that came to my direct, they were like, hey, it's a bet, fall back. Like, I was really proud of that. Like, because usually people are fake, but they were really defending my. I was like, wow. Even in different videos, but you shouldn't care what another man does with it. Like, this is my shit. People said it's clout chasing. Listen, I've never done anything like that in the history of my channel. Yep. I don't break shit. I'm a collector. I have PS3s, N60. I have everything. I don't like breaking my shit. Let's get that clear, okay? And you want to people talking about clicks and clout, bro? No offense to that Spider-Man video. It's got 30-something thousand views. I got way more views on plenty other videos than that. No offense. Yep. And what am I making? $50 off that video? Give me a fucking break. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fact.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want this to be about me. Let's talk about the show.
No, it's not. You're not. But but we had to clear the air for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had to give you that time. So this. Shout out to Attic. Attic said he likes that camera angle. Everybody liking this new camera angle. Over looking like a tech guru, even though you're not a tech guru. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, I'm playing. I got bless you.
Big Cloud, don't keep me up until 2 a.m. playing games anymore. I can't. When I say it's the last game, don't force me into another game, Big Cloud.
You're having too much fun.
One more game. It's like, no, I got to go to work.
We're playing Rogue Company after so long. We finally went back to it, and we were having some fun. There was some new rogues, and so I was like, damn, you know what? Not bad. We're having some fun, but we got our ass kicked like the first 3 games, but we
it was fun though.
Yeah.
They definitely that game just came out of beta, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Because I feel like we've been playing it for 2 years.
I think we have, haven't we? It's been like 2 years for that game. Has to be.
Red Hood, how you doing, buddy?
Been doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, he won Hollywood on us. He went Hollywood on us now. He got a viewer base on Twitch. You got to clap for him. He got a viewer base.
Did he?
He got a viewer base. He's happy. It's the Amber Heard thing. Look at
really?
him. Look at him gritted. Look at him gritted.
How many window tabs did you have up? That's crazy.
0.
Really? I didn't know you were even streaming on Twitch again. That's good. I like when you make content, dude. You always complain that you can't you can't point the finger at me or Big Cloud and say you need to upload more when you don't upload.
Listen,
that is a fact.
Listen, I do tell you guys. But for me, it's just like it's harder to do it. Like it's easier to give other people advice rather than take your own advice. That's usually how it goes.
Yo, Eastern Conference, you better pull up tonight for the game, man. That's all I'm saying. John, you know what time it is.
Shout out to Eastern Conference.
And Cold, welcome back.
This man says, Red Hood, don't talk to me no more. Literally finally comes back yesterday. Man. After I don't know how long. Like I feel like it's been since January.
Yeah, it's been months.
And then he finally admits that he stopped playing Halo Infinite. When everyone's telling him, bro, everyone dropped off, and he finally is like, Red Hood, you're right. You guys were all right. I was like, damn.
You know who followed me today, Big Cloud?
Who?
Xbox University.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, look it.
Oh, Lord.
from what I get from him, he seems like a regular. Listen, just because he likes a different box, I don't care.
Just stay away from his Twitter space. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's what
I was in his Twitter space.
That's all I got.
Oh,
I was in his Twitter space. That's how he followed me. He's like, wow, you really are a cool PlayStation guy.
Okay.
Shout out to him, man.
I
ain't got no problems with people. Listen, I'm trying to play games, bro. I ain't got no real problems with people. Who
Yeah,
cares, bro?
It's
ridiculous.
I'm just going.
Listen,
right
when
to
I
the
do
show.
my propaganda, it's just I feel like doing it. You know,
let me go. Trying to go through.
Yeah, go ahead, Big Cloud. See how it feels when you over talk on me?
I ain't talking about it. I like
it. Go ahead, Big Cloud. Run your show, man. I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
You was not.
I definitely am. Go ahead.
Lies. Colt Classic Cage, what's up? That's another one that you guys should check out. YouTube and Twitch.
Absolutely.
She's back to streaming. Gotta get her on Solidcast, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Don't
Cage just made the Twitch channel just recently, almost a Twitch affiliate.
All right.
So if people
Good for her.
need to check out that channel.
Yeah, GG. Go ahead, drop the link for it. Cage, go ahead, drop it. Shout out to Muck with the $5. He says, don't forget them burns on the trophy room. I called them out looking for clout. Yeah, shout out to you, Muck. I saw that.
No, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, we ain't even going to get into that. But shout out to you. Let's get on this gaming note. I know you guys are here for gaming. Hunters here to talk about some games. Red Hood's here. Blaze, you already know. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the water. And that is Summer Games
Water.
Fest. I know.
I know. What the fuck?
I know. That's terrible.
That's something.
No, it's terrible.
Dude, I'm gonna use that phrase now.
No, don't even do it. That's
Elephant
bad. Elephant in
In
the
the
water.
in the water.
Well, like that's a weird phrase.
I know, it's
I've
terrible.
never
It's
heard
terrible. It's terrible. Just let me be. I'm dead. Just let me be. Anyway, Summer Games Fest just happened. The show was actually pretty good. We saw some pretty new announcements, and ironically, one of the big reveals, and this is why I kind of felt bad for Keely because it got leaked by PlayStation themselves. I don't know if Hunter you saw it. It was like direct feed for The Last of Us.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I loved how they actually addressed it right on the show.
Yeah.
And Neil Druckmann blamed PlayStation. That was
No,
the
dude,
best.
both of them were seething about it though. You could tell
Yeah,
that they
you could
weren't
tell.
happy about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just love because Jeff was asking about his multiplayer game. He's like, well, can't really tell you much, but maybe if PlayStation folks want to leak it, then I was like, dude, I love it. You're
Yo,
so
somebody
bad at
lost
your
their
own
job,
company.
Hunter. Somebody definitely lost their job.
They had to.
Somebody did.
They had to. They really had to. That was the first time I ever seen that.
Actually, you know what? Like, what was like super impressive though is the fact that it didn't really get leaked. Well, I know that there was like the snitch or whatever that tweeted I think the day before part 1. So, but the thing is like
The trailer was out, right?
we've
Yeah,
known
the
for a
trailer was
while
out,
that
yeah.
we've been making this remake,
Right.
So that's not news,
news.
but yeah, it just really sucks, man. Like, probably it would have been a little bit better if some person had leaked it versus like their own company. Like, yeah, and man, if I was Druckmann, I'd be like right on the phone after that show, being like, "Yo, like,
what happened?
who runs
Yeah.
this direct, man?"
Yeah, that was.
But like,
that was really weird.
the was it the snitch? Like he's been pretty accurate with a lot of like he seems like
Is that his
besides
name?
Jason, yeah,
They
the
call him
snitch, something like
snitch,
that.
Well,
Like,
the only
he's
thing
like
that got
pro-
wrong is the he was like hinting that we would see Kojima's
Oh,
I thought that was
Which
Serrano.
makes sense
overdose,
because
the
that-
overdose, right?
I thought
Is
that
it the
was Serrano.
overdose?
Yeah, he were like Jeff Keighley like tweeted out something about, oh, like I just checked my inbox and there's like a cool new world premiere that showed up there, and then the snitch replied back and just said overdose.
I'm thinking
So-
overdose. I personally think that's going to be at Xbox's show.
More
So I
likely,
think-
yeah.
I believe.
Even though he got it wrong for that, like I actually think there might have been an actual change of plans based on the leaks, right? Like
Yeah.
Kojima
That's possible.
obviously is like super pissed and tried to get
Oh,
that-
because of Tom Henderson, right?
Tom Henderson to he like apparently he
Maybe
reached
that's
out to
true.
Tom Henderson to remove it, and Tom just said
Nope.
sorry. Nope.
Yeah.
That's usually how
whole
it goes.
thing, man. That
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys were following that, but man, that was like such. I was just kind of like a silent viewer because I don't want to get into it all. But like, oh man, so apparently like dozens of game journalists were like going at Tom Henderson saying he broke NDAs and.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
I thought technically you can't really break an NDA unless you sign an NDA, correct? Because even Jason,
Oh,
had like
yeah,
I
of
forgot, was
course.
it Fallout 4, like a script of Fallout 4 or whatever, and didn't he publish it or whatever on like Kotaku at one point? And like
Yeah.
what ended up happening was Bethesda blacklisted him
Yeah.
for a while, like a long time because of that. But
Yeah.
like he's
Well,
not under NDA or anything like
I
that.
mean, like there's like different layers. That they're for the most extreme, obviously, is like the legal layer, where if you actually sign the NDA and you leak
that's
it, then yeah, you've broken a contract, which means lots of ramifications can happen with that. But then there's like the ethical line,
that's
right, where
different.
it's like you people were just telling him like, oh, like if it's gonna get announced this week, like why leak it, right? Like just let it stay hidden until it gets revealed, right? But I mean, like, and I like, sure, like I see that side too, but I also think that if somebody in the media gets a hold of information, it's really up to them. Like if they decide that they want to keep it to themselves, all the power to them. If they feel like there's a public reason why they'd want to get this information out, sure. Like, sure.
I also feel, Hunter, that if he did take it down, it brings even more credence that is, true as well.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like a lose-lose situation.
Yep.
As well.
I seen your tweet, Hunter, and you said it was coming to PC. But I thought it was going to come simultaneously. So I guess it's not now, right? Like down the line, I guess.
He's talking about Last of Us.
Last of Us is coming
down
to
the
PC,
road.
but it's just not going to be day one on PC.
Right.
But I'm thinking from going forward, and I talked to Big Cloud about this.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Uncharted, with the collection, right? And we see it with Last of Us Remake, PS5 game, also in development for PC. I feel like they might be doing that going forward.
Yeah.
Yo, Nexus was a great signing, bro. Like now it all makes sense. And how the hell does Spider-Man? How is Spider-Man about to come out before Uncharted? When Uncharted's been,
Dude, Iron Galaxy, bro.
Think
Like, let's
about it.
give it a buck.
Yeah.
Iron Galaxy made Arkham Knight PC port. That was bad for a
Are you
long
talking about
time.
Uncharted PC? Because I thought Uncharted PC is coming out in like a couple of weeks.
They said July. No, that's what people thought, but there's no news on it. Like, you know how there would be a God of War. Remember God of War? Where we got like a PC specification trailer, Horizon PC specification. I think even Days Gone, like a month or two before, right? Nothing for Uncharted, and people are saying, "Oh, Iron Galaxy has too much like ports to do or whatever." That's one of the reasons. But like Iron Galaxy is also notorious for making bad PC ports, so they might be having trouble. With
yeah,
the
but
game.
I read it. I'm saying from an announcing standpoint, they announced Uncharted a while now, like right. I feel like it's been a while, and for us to get a state of play and say, yeah, well, Spider-Man's coming out, and it's in August, which is crazy. That just shows that they're on their shit and they know what they're doing.
But I could have sworn. I
hope you're right.
I thought it was just yesterday that SteamDB updated and said that the release date of Uncharted Legacy of Thieves on PC is like any day now.
Really? I hope you're right, because I can't wait to play it on the
Let me see.
Ultra One.
Yeah, look.
Possibly coming soon from Comic Book.
Is it on Steam itself?
It's been rated in Korea. That's about it.
I guess possible July release. Okay.
Uncharted. Here we go.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man will come out. I thought for sure that they announced.
Yeah, there's no release date.
Originally, it was like supposed to be in June. That's what I thought.
It says 2022 though on Steam.
Yeah, that's the.
So
that's what I'm saying, dude. If Nexus was on top, dude, that game would have came out faster.
So yeah,
but they got 2 games to make.
Yeah.
Right,
what I thought was interesting is, like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure that The Last of Us Part 1 is the very first game that Sony announced for PS5 and also announced PC on the exact same day.
Besides, yeah, because you're not talking like the port, right? Like, because that's the only thing I could remember is the Uncharted collection.
In terms of a remake,
Well, maybe Uncharted, but that's a little bit different.
Yeah, because it's just a remaster.
It's just,
damn, bro.
I'm talking about like a brand new game where the very first trailer that we see for this brand new game says it's coming to PC.
Like, and that's what I was saying, like, to BitCloud. I think they might do that with future game announcements going forward.
Yeah, that's their cop out.
That's
of
huge,
taking
man.
out the blow. If you think about it, they
It might be 6 months or 12 months from now.
Exactly.
Like you gotta imagine, like, they probably want the PC version out around the same time as the HBO, and the HBO is supposed to be either like end of the year or like early next year, right? So it might only be exclusive on PlayStation 5 for like, a quarter.
Yep.
These windows are getting
slow.
What did I tell you, Blaze?
Yeah.
Did I not tell you that? Come on, where are my flowers? I told you this.
I told you that.
No, I told you this. Dude was like, 4 years. As long as they're 4 years old. Then it went it don't matter as long as they're a year old. Now it's
you want to know the new excuse for PlayStation fans? I'm gonna tell you.
up?
I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make it up for all the PlayStation fans out there. When the Xbox guys came out, you don't have to say a year. You just say it's only with cross-gen games. That's it. It's true though. We haven't seen a raw PS5 game yet. It's only cross-gen.
Besides The Last of Us, though.
Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah,
remake,
but I look at it's a remake,
Okay, but to be fair, we're gonna find out with PlayStation Showcase, right? With Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's if we
and
get
all that.
one at this point.
Listen, bring them all on, bro. I honestly,
I know you don't care. Like, there are some people that's for whatever reason still
Right.
care. And I'm
Dude,
like,
Hunter,
Well,
I saw some of the
the
funniest
cool
shit.
thing really about the release date is like it's early September, which means that almost guaranteed we're gonna get this big PlayStation showcase before that, right?
Right.
Like they obviously, like, a week or two before it comes out, want to have like more trailers and like cool stuff about this. So yeah, could be in August.
I hope it's in August. I don't know. I love showcases from PlayStation, but I feel like September is always late. I don't know. That's always I've always had that.
Didn't we go from a slow year, other than Horizon and Elden Ring?
Yeah,
we were looking like, but before that it was slow, and after that it's been slow. But now, dude, you got all these games dropping like bunched up, which is it's going to turn out to be a strong year, really.
Yeah.
Although, like, I'm sure you guys saw, but I think there's rumors just today actually about, I guess, like, end of this month is supposed to be the next big PlayStation news that's coming out, which everybody thinks is going to be the release date of God of War.
Jason Schreier, like the Bloomberg article,
and it should, like, it seems like we're probably going to have a state of play that's going to do like a deep dive into God of War.
We get God of War 2. I'm not even thinking of that.
Yeah, that's what Jason.
11th, 2022.
Wait,
dude,
they're trying to do the whole like Starfield. Like that's like what people.
You think
are
that is?
assuming.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think so.
That'd be a little petty, but that would be a little petty.
Not that
too petty. Yeah.
You know how many things got to line up perfectly for them to actually, like, they got to make sure this shit goes gold and everything's good and put it out. Like, that's just. But that'd be funny as hell.
But that's what Jason was saying, though. Like, it's from his sources. It's still on track. Supposed to be November. And this is from his sources, which I'm assuming are from Sony Santa Monica. So hopefully, like, if we don't get anything in June, then we start to go like, well, it might slip into 2023.
I think I'm pretty sure it was Jason that also said to you that originally they were thinking of September.
Yeah,
for God of War, which I think makes total sense. Like, that's exactly when I thought God of War was going to come out. Like, it just made absolute sense that it would come out, especially since like the merchandise and all the stuff is coming out in September, right? So, but you know what? It's like it's awesome because Sony has two huge bangers coming out this holiday, and probably what ended up happening is they're like, dude, like, we got The Last of Us, we can just throw that in September, give you guys another couple of months to just like absolutely polish the hell out of this game. So it sounds like it got delayed a couple of months longer, but
is Neil Druckmann hitting the gym or what, man?
Yeah, everyone's been talking about that. They're like, dude, this guy has been
the biggest glow up. Yeah.
Speaking of Neil and the announcement, obviously, again, Sony leaking the game. We got details finally on factions at this show. Now, we didn't get no gameplay or whatnot. He said, that's when he joked around and said maybe it'll get leaked. But he said in next Summer Games Fest, we'll probably get something for that game. So that's where we'll get factions next year. Also about factions, we got like a roadmap. We got like a picture of what the game is pretty much going to look like. So what I'm going to do is actually put that on the screen. Hold on, let me find that.
Yeah, the art definitely looks like San Francisco is what someone was telling me.
That's what I was thinking too, but
not
the
just
bridge, right?
Too. Yeah,
because of the bridge, yeah.
But not just that though. You know what I also took from this? So I know you guys are familiar with The Walking Dead. obviously The Walking Dead's pretty much on its final season, and they've now taken all the characters and branched them out into their own separate little universes. I pretty much just see them going that route with this franchise now, because they're saying this is all new cast for the factions. It's going to have its own separate story mode. It's going to have, obviously, separate modes and whatnot, and it's going to, be pretty massive from what we're seeing here. So more likely, it's going to have a battle royale type of gameplay mode in this too. Now, I'm actually all for it. I have an idea for what they should do for that, but I don't know if they would go the route I would want for a battle royale, but it looks good from what we're seeing. I'm actually excited for it.
If they're smart, they'll use Last of Us name, and look at Last of Us is the whole world. It's the whole world. Like, you can bring characters from everywhere. You can go to England and have a story set in England, because the whole world went to shit. It's not just Boston and wherever they were. So they can continue to create stories in that universe, and it does look like a BR, which I'm kind of sick of, honestly. But as long as they have some sort of multiplayer,
it's like a BR, but also like they're saying story wise with new characters, right? Some people I know were talking to me, and they were also bringing up the whole idea of kind of Division-esque. But then I was also thinking that they might have some other modes when you're in this map or world that you could do that are like, classic faction modes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I would assume would be like something along the lines of that if they were like
that's
wanting
smart,
to do
Red.
that.
I can see like the dark zone. I can see like the spore zone.
Yeah.
Where there's like spores and you have to wear a mask, and that's where other players will run to get loot or something. I'm just
Now, what if you don't have a mask and you have like a time limit before you become infected?
That's true.
And you play as infected?
Yeah, I can see him doing that. It's good. It's good to see. And then he's also working on something separately as well, right?
Which is either a new IP or part 3.
Yeah.
That's just one or the other, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
More likely.
Or you don't think maybe Uncharted? You think he's done with that?
Nah, I think they're done.
I think Uncharted is taking a break, man.
Yeah, I think he moved on from Uncharted. The game that he's probably working on, Hunter, is Savage Starlight, which is the game that's in Last of Us. You remember that little sci-fi world?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard of sci-fi. That's one of the rumors.
That might be the secret IP. But they also talked about the TV show. Is anybody excited for this TV show at all?
See, I'm only excited just because of the showrunner, and he did Chernobyl. A lot of people didn't watch it. I would recommend it. It's really, really like insane, that show, like how crazy everything is. It's like basically, if you don't know, it's like what happened with the Chernobyl reactor and the fallout of everything and all that. And it was crazy, insane, like how like they captured what radiation would do to people, essentially. They were like touching like the core and all that.
Okay.
So like I think he's a good choice, but we'll see like if everything's gonna shape up to be good for that show. But HBO tends to always put hitters, though, to be quite frank.
Then Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker got on the stage and pretty much confirmed that they didn't record any new dialogue for the game. So pretty much this is legit a 1-for-1 remake.
They didn't.
Everything.
Doesn't mean Abby didn't.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. But it's a 1-for-1 remake from what we got. And, from what we're getting from this, they probably just going to change the appearance of certain characters. Like, for example, the Doctor, make him look like Abby's father. They'll just do stuff like that. And we also got to see the game side by side. I'm going to put that on the screen now. You guys can see how the game looks with the new engine. Basically, it's the Last of Us 2 engine.
Oh, it's Left Behind.
Yeah,
like,
it's included.
You finished it. Yeah, but you finish the game and then you're allowed to play it, or you just play and...
I think in whatever order you want, right?
It'll probably just be a menu option, You can just choose whichever.
But like, I remember people were complaining because, and I think that they were, I don't want to say, I understood what they were trying to do with the comparison, but like, even I noticed this with John from Digital Foundry. They were taking the screenshots of the remastered pre-rendered CGI cutscenes with the in-engine like actual cutscenes of the game now. So they're not pre-rendered CGI anymore like they were beforehand.
Yeah, they're actually in-game rendered.
Yeah, and then there was this picture floating around, a couple ones. One with, Ellie, killing David. And it's like the fire, like, looks way different and everything like that better. As well as when Joe, like, in the beginning of the game, like, where the clicker's coming like at them, and like you see a way bigger difference.
Yep.
So I kind of wish they did that.
Yeah.
Comparisons with in-game, gameplay rather than.
I mean, this is gonna look
CGI
better
cutscenes.
than The Last of Us 2. Like if you hear him talking, he's basically, if you look at the early concept art, like they wanted to push it more. Like Last of Us on PS3 was a beautiful game, but it was almost like a painted world. Almost like I hate to say painted, but like, you know what I mean? Like
really
you can tell they wanted to crank the envelope, but now that they're able to. So I think this is gonna really. People say they can't see the difference.
I see.
Is I don't know, clean your eyeballs,
It's
but
night and
you
day.
know, in motion with all the new mechanics and bro, being able to prone. You know how different that's gonna be being able to prone in a game that you couldn't prone before.
More vegetation on the
vegetation, all that. The new gameplay, the dodge mechanic. The AI is gonna have to be.
AI is gonna be the same.
Right. That was like the worst thing about the first one. That always messed up the experience a bit.
The AI is gonna be
when they
revamped.
walk around with their guns.
Yeah, they have to revamp.
But also, Blaze, like people keep saying it's doesn't look this. It looks the same, is because they're comparing a CGI cutscene from the remaster to the in-engine cutscene for the remake.
Listen, it's hard to see right in, but go. I just tell people, look at the clicker one where he's choking Joel.
That's what I always bring that one up.
Look at that picture and tell me if it looks the same, bro. You're fucking high.
Yep.
The gore, Donald Walker, absolute, bro. That gore, oof! I can't wait, bro. I cannot wait to play that.
Yeah.
On the PS5 DualSense too, oof, with them triggers.
And nice. Also, another thing too. This is where the criticism kind of came towards the game. Obviously, they saw the price tag. They have 2 editions. They had the Firefly edition, which is about $100. You get like a limited edition case, and then like you get
Steelbook, right?
Yeah, Steelbook, and you basically get a bunch of, I guess, perks. Like you get some upgraded material. You get supplements to upgrade your character. Basically, help
you
you
can craft
run
faster. You can heal faster, craft faster. Yeah.
So they gave you all that stuff. But the reason why people were upset about it wasn't really for the fact that it was $70. It was more so the fact that it was missing factions. And people really, really wanted factions. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of did too. I was like, oh, I would have loved to have at least the normal factions, up to par with this, just to tie us over until we go into the main one. But I guess they really just want us to wait for the main one. And, that would be the go-to. Which, again, I don't think anybody has a problem with waiting for that and going into it, right? But at the same time, we've already played this game already on the PS4, played on the PS3. There's not much
but you know
else
what?
really happening.
Here's the thing, dude. Because I saw like so many people tweeting about that too, Reddit and all this stuff. Like, here's the deal, in my opinion, man. For these people, are you playing factions right now? Like. That's my question to these people. Are you playing factions right now? Because if you're not playing,
outdated though.
Yeah.
Well, so, like, dude, if you're sitting there like saying like this is like the must-have mode and like
I hear what you're saying.
I'm never gonna buy it if it doesn't come out with factions. Like, dude, are you playing factions now? Because if you are, like, then I think you have a legit criticism of it. But if you haven't touched factions in like 2 years or 3 years, and like you just want it because you just want it, just for sake of like check marking off that thing on the box, right? Like, I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. I think like the people that are legit playing it, sure, that's a criticism. But if you're not playing it, like the people who aren't playing it, you might. I'm sure it'll be the same experience. You'll play it on PS5 for however long you did on PS3, a couple months or whatever, and then that's it, right? So
I mean, there are people that are still playing to this day, but I will give you that 100. That the problem is, I think PlayStation fans are tired of waiting and they're tired of hearing that there's no multiplayer. So even if it's Factions Remake or Factions 2, the fact that a new multiplayer, and just to say, look, hey, we got one and more is coming. We got this. I think that's really what it is. I think a lot of people just want to say we got a multiplayer, and it's good. But you're absolutely right. If you're really not playing, like I said, it's outdated. But here I'm playing SOCOM 2 on a fucking emulator. So what am I, So, but I get your point, bro. You're right. I mean, if you really cared about it and liked it so much, you would be dabbling with it here and there, right?
That's true.
Yeah, and just think about it logically too. Like, first of all, if it was including multiplayer, they probably would have said it yesterday, right? Why would you not like sure maybe they want to hold it out as like a surprise later, but like odds of that happening is pretty slim.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to say, so they'd want to say it in the first trailer. But like the other thing too is Neil Druckmann was talking about the multiplayer factions that he's working on that we're going to find out more about next year, right? Think about it from like Naughty Dog and PlayStation side. Why would they release this game with multiplayer and then they're just going to have basically another multiplayer in the same universe, hopefully coming out next year? It just divides the audience, man. Like,
I get it, Hunter, but like, why the reason
it's more
why
like they tie you over.
No, but it's that too. But like, bro, the game, it's not like Last of Us said, hey, we're going to add this extension. Multiplayer was always a part of Last of Us. It's not like they added it on later. So people expect, well, if you're remaking the game, you know, I'm you know, Left Behind's there, right? And everything that came with the original game should be there. So that's just the mindset people thought, like, oh, it's part of, and look, it's another justification for a $70 price tag. You know what I mean? For a game that you've bought twice and played it who knows how many times. But this ain't just a resolution bump, people. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm not making excuses, but this is not just a 60 F patch with better lighting and shit. Like,
please also think about this. Like, Last of Us Remastered, all that was better shadows
and just performance,
better resolution, better
frame rate.
performance. That was it. They didn't touch the graphics. Didn't do anything besides shadow.
That's true.
And that's what I think people, I guess, are more angry about, is like
they
you
can't
got it for PS4, which how much was it at the time? Was it $40 or $50 at the time?
Something like that. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't
full price.
It wasn't full price. So.
But they paid that, and people didn't really complain about that. Then the remake, it's like you took away a mode, this and that, which I understand for people that played it. Because there are a fan base that love that.
And
but Red Hood, at that time, the PS3 version came, and then dude, that shit launched in 2013. The PS4 came out in 2013. So they know that a majority, and plus they got a whole new audience on PS4. So they knew that a majority of players had missed The Last of Us because they didn't own a PS3. So they said, you know what, let's put it out, and this way. And plus, their mindset then, there's no way they were thinking like, oh, we're gonna make a remake and then gonna remake it again. Like, this something changed and they just went with it,
I've seen that comparison too. A lot of people say like Iman brought up $70 for Demon Souls. I mean, Demon Souls is a completely different story. There was only one iteration of that game. We didn't have multiple iterations of that, and this was a full.
And it was dated.
Yeah, very dated.
And the servers were shut off. So
yeah, that's completely different from what time I hear. This is a game that still has a fan base on it. Yeah. The
other thing too is like, I mean, if you don't think it's worth $70, then don't buy it. Like, it's just like, I mean, like, sure, you can complain about it, but I mean, it's not really going to change the price. The price is going to be $70. But the thing is too is like, at least like the one good thing with Sony, which is a little bit different than say like Nintendo, which almost never goes on sale. But like. Yeah. Like, this game is going to come out in September. There's probably actually going to be a Black Friday sale. I would imagine, even if it's like $10 off or whatever, I can see that happening. And then like probably early January, it's going to be like, $10-20 less, right? So whatever, man, if you want to pay $50 for the game or you want to pay $40 for the game,
just wait.
Hunter, can I tell you the real reason why multiplayer is not there? And I really truly feel that they were conflicted with this is if they released factions for the Last of Us remake, and I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way, but say they release faction with the new Last of Us remake, right? And then it comes to PC down the line. So what? Us PS5 players are being punished to pay for PS Plus, while these PC players are going to get the game down the line and play the multiplayer for free. It's not fair. That would have been, dude, that would have pissed people off. I'm telling you right now, if Last of Us remake's on PS5 and I'm paying Plus for it and it's on PC, like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, but dude, isn't that gonna be the same for like? Because pretty much all the multiplayer games.
But there's no multiplayer games on PC. They haven't had to touch that road yet. They've stayed off that road. Until that road, they're gonna need to learn to deal with it. Then they're gonna have to. Yeah. There's gonna be some sort of compromise because Sony's smart. They're staying away from multiplayer games. If you've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. So, but they're coming for sure.
Yeah, for like, because I definitely think factions will be day and date, personally speaking.
And will Uncharted have multiplayer? You guys?
I mean, more likely, yeah. The last ones had it, so yeah, I can see it coming.
Yeah,
back.
what does that mean?
You mean Uncharted for PC?
Right, for
No.
PC.
Well, no one
for
knows.
PC, yeah, that's
No,
a good question. Yeah,
the legacy doesn't include multiplayer.
Oh,
Oh.
see, so they've been doing that for a while, Naughty Dog. Well, the
I'm
Uncharted
telling you, bro.
collection had no
Bing, bing, bing.
multiplayer, and
Boom.
then then this new Uncharted collection doesn't have multiplayer as well. So so it definitely looks like Naughty Dog's been doing that for quite some time, and people don't like that aspect. But I don't know if it's because of PC, but I don't know. Like, I do think when Factions comes out, you're gonna have a group of PlayStation fans be upset, and I think it was just because of Xbox did the same thing at one point where Xbox games were cross-platform with PC, and they got mad. They said, "Hey, why do we play with these people that don't have to pay for online like we do?"
Yeah.
And I think it will be a conversation, but overall, I don't think Sony's going to do anything about it.
Well, like just like with any game, I mean, there's people at Sony that spend their entire career literally just deciding on things like price points, like modeling it out. If we charge 60, how much could we sell? If we charge 70, how much could we sell or whatever, right? So I mean, like they decided that was the price, and it's totally fair to criticize it. But the thing is, like they only price it. And Nintendo does the same thing, man. Everybody does the same thing. They price it at that because that is what they think the market can bear. And I already saw people tweeting about how it sold out within like an hour on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Dude, like it's $70 because that's what.
No. That wasn't the $70.
That was $100.
That was the $100.
Oh, that was sorry. That was the
collectors. Yeah.
The collector's edition. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's like I hate to like put it back on us, but like ultimately this is the thing that same with stuff like Diablo, Immortal, everyone's complaining about that. Well, it's like, dude, like if we just stopped paying into these things and like actually voted with our wallet,
Battlefield
our money,
5,
man.
it can happen.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5,
That's true.
people didn't buy it.
Well, even 2042 as well. Like, think about it like this, where
that was different, but Battlefield 5 was bad.
But no, as well as Star Wars Battlefront 2,
right,
with the loot boxes. People did not buy that game; they got rid of it. And for PC gamers, right, there was a point where Microsoft, I believe, was charging for PC players to pay for live Windows Live, right? PC gamers said no; they got rid of it. There were points where like you had different launchers, like Ubisoft, Bethesda, EA. Those games didn't sell well on those launchers. Guess what they did? They brought it to Steam and had integrations within the launcher. So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be interesting to see like Call of Duty being $70 on PC, and even probably Last of Us being $70 on PC if the PC crowd will accept that, because you look at time and history, they don't accept that. They're very much like, we won't pay for it then. And then you'll see if PlayStation will go like, okay, well, we're going to price it at 60 here, and then PlayStation fans are probably going to be upset about that as well.
That would be amazing, right? Like that's I think that would be like such an awesome scenario, right? If everyone on PC was like, I'm not going to pay $70, right? Yeah. I think that would actually put pressure on dropping the console price, because they don't like the last thing they want is like $70 on console and $60 on PC. Like, man, that would just cause an uproar.
Yep, that's that's the thing. It's a slippery slope with the way they're doing this. And again, the game sold out in record time with the collector's edition. Now we have the basic one, so it's
like, dude, I just checked on Twitter like
to really look at it
a few minutes ago, and I think The Last of Us Part 1 was like 950,000 views. Right, it's approaching 1 million after like a day. That's just Sony's account, right? Their own trailer. It was also on Summer Game Fest, which had like, I think last I looked was like at least a 1.5 million, probably a hell of a lot more at this point. But like, you got to expect several million people have checked out this trailer, so it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell huge.
Which is, I mean, I'm happy for them, because, you know, when the game first came out, remember how like it started off with the slow sales? You know what I mean? When PS3, like it sold good, but it was like slowly you know what I mean? It kept going.
Then it picked up more when it was on PS4.
Yeah, so I'm glad to see that it's like
7 million. I just checked that actually. Yeah, it was like 7 million on PS3 right before it released on
PS4.
on PS4,
Mm-hmm.
and then it like rapidly got up to like 20 million.
Wait, who said Demon Souls is PS4 graphics? Who said that?
Wait, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Somebody said.
I think
What
they're
are you
trying to
talking
prove
about,
a
dude?
point. I think in chat someone's trying to.
No, in the chat. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, bro.
They're trying to like dog like which game's gonna look better, like Last of Us remake, Demon Souls remake.
Demon
or whatever.
Souls looks
Souls
like
is like one of the
legit
best
art.
looking games I've ever seen.
ever seen. Yeah,
Let's say
ever, like,
people say we haven't seen next gen graphics or we haven't seen next gen. We have. It's Demon Souls. That
Dude.
embodies next gen. That's what we wanted. And-
Dude,
Well,
if you put Demon Souls and Elden Ring side by side, Elden Ring is a joke, man. Graphically,
Elden Ring looks like last gen.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I love, of course,
It's
my game of the
beautiful
year.
art
I love
style,
Elden
but yeah,
Ring. I'm not
yeah.
knocking the game, but like,
Yeah.
graphically, holy jeez, it's a joke compared to the Demon
Right.
Souls.
What?
Beautiful art, but yeah, I agree.
Being on topic for Last of Us Part 2, because they brought up the sales for spring, like for like their, this is how much is sold until spring of this year. And it's 10 million, and some people like it's a good number, but I don't feel like I feel like Ghost is nipping at its heels, and that's being a brand new IP.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like Last of Us Part 2 doesn't have like the legs like Ghost and all these other games that are coming out?
I think it has legs, but I think like the way I was checking it, it was seven. Like the original one sold 7 million after 13 months.
Yep.
And the sequel sold 10 million after like probably around like 19 months, somewhere around there. Like we don't know exactly when it crossed the 10 million, but it was like earlier this year.
Last of Us 2 sold 10 million?
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 sold. So the way I'm actually like it definitely is selling better than the PS3 version for sure, because the PS3 version sales dropped off the cliff as soon as the remake or the remaster came out.
That's true.
So it's kind of hard to compare, because it's like,
yeah, I guess you got the
you're comparing the
remaster.
original and a remaster to just one game.
True.
But
How much did those sell, Hunter? The PS3 and the...
I think it's around 8, is it?
Yeah.
Ghost seems to like 8, yeah.
But I have to assume that they're probably happy at 10 million, but they're probably also a little bit underwhelmed and disappointed with that, because if I remember, you guys can go check, but if I remember correctly, I think I believe the first 3 months after Spider-Man released, it got up to almost about 10 million. It was like 9 million after 2 months, and then 10 or 11 million by the time
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has major huge legs that it just can keep selling.
No, you see what they did to my guy Joel? They said, "Hey, let's Photoshop him in a little
Oh,
tiny."
you're talking about he's
They
smaller
did
now?
to him? Oh man.
Yeah, but basically what I'm just saying though is I just think I think it's probably selling almost as good as the original, maybe even a little bit worse than the original if you factor in the remaster as well. From launch to 2 years later. But I just think they probably wanted to grow sales for that game or that franchise by 30, 40, 50%, right? They were probably hoping for 13 million, 15 million. I'm pretty sure that they're not happy with the 10, but it's still obviously big enough to be one of the biggest IPs still of PlayStation. So I mean, they're obviously still happy with it overall.
Now the question would be, how long is it before we see Ghost make that jump to PC?
Oh,
I don't know what was Ghost sales at. I can't remember. Was it 6 million? They said last time.
6.
I believe it was 6 million.
6 or 8 or something like that. It's one at 6 to 8, something like that.
Nah.
Let me see.
Let me read these
But,
super chats. Shout out to Iman, Rich the Swag Lord becoming a member or silver. He upped his tier to silver tier. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And BK Born Gaming dropped a $10 super chat. He says, "You're just wanted to show some support. I appreciate you, Bond Gaming over there." Oh, he came from the Solid Gas Bliss. You know what that is. Shout out to him, man. What you saying, Reddit?
Okay, so Sucker Punch put out a tweet saying that they officially sold more than 8 million copies, and that tweet was January 4th of 2022.
Okay. So it's probably closer to 9.5 or 10 by now.
Yeah, I think 10 million. I think 10 million is the threshold. That's what they expect at this point. Which sounds crazy because 10 million is a lot. So
still not a bad number.
Yeah, it's not. And I think even 5 million is great.
Well, dude, yeah, that was the funniest thing. I saw so many people that were tweeting it about like, oh, like they should have sold 35 million. Like it should have been like a GTA type sales. And I'm like,
No, that's too
what are you
hard.
talking about, man?
Hunter, I hate that. They're like, oh, there's 117 PS4s, so why is there not
Yeah.
at least 100 million Uncharted? Like, shut the hell. That's not how it
Dude,
works,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
Persona 5 was like 4 million.
Yeah.
And that game was like amazing and a huge
Bloodborne
success.
was 3 million.
Yeah. Like
A lot of
if-
multi-platform games don't even touch 10 million at points, or
totally,
like
man.
sometimes it's just like 5 million, and that's still a success.
Yeah,
5 million is
like-
not even bad either. So
Yeah, that's not.
Like you gotta imagine like if you work out the math for sure, if they hit 5 mil, they've made their budget back and made some money off the thing. So
course,
anything
even less
anything
than
over 5 mil is like pure gravy, right?
Yep.
So it's still doing well. And dude, it's only been 2 years. And the thing is, like, every single time a new entry of a game comes out, people flock to the other versions of it, right? So I guarantee you, so many people went out and bought The Last of Us Part 2 as soon as they found out about The Last of Us Part 1. Everyone wants to like have both games, experience both games.
Yep.
Like,
Get the full story.
yeah, like, dude, it's good. It's gonna hit 15 mil for sure.
So,
no,
do you
no
see
problem.
Last of Us 2 getting a PS5 port?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think all of them getting that treatment?
So it's good. They're gonna do the same thing as they did with Uncharted 4, I think. Add haptic feedback.
Oh, have the feedback and then say PS5 and PC, maybe that would be the trick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that happening. It's like free money, man. Like,
Yeah.
so Sony obviously clearly these days likes free money.
You think it was weird that they didn't announce Miles Morales?
well, it's in a blog post.
It's in the
I
blog.
know,
Like-
but like in the fucking trailer, why not? Why wouldn't you at least
Yeah, I
say
don't know.
Miles Morales? So I don't understand.
You know what I
that
think
at
it
all.
is, Blaze? Because it says remaster. Remember, it was all included with the remaster.
I get it, but
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
maybe the PC guys don't know that. They just
That's true.
no,
Spider-Man.
they like everyone didn't
Oh,
know.
I'm
that.
sure they know,
a
but the
lot of
casual,
people don't know,
the
man.
casual people don't know that.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's true. That is true.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's weird, man. I think, honestly, like, I think it's like flat out rude. Like it's rude, man. Like
Yeah.
Miles Morales is a freaking amazing game, and it's insulting and rude to not have that. They should have been like a 2-part trailer, right?
Yeah,
30, 40
Absolutely.
seconds of Spider-Man. It's coming out.
and then like
give
hey,
you
there's
another
more.
15, 20 seconds of
There you
like
go.
switching over to Miles Morales. Like it's
Yeah.
insulting.
Or do
man.
you think
Like,
it's like
it was weird to-
optics? What about optics? Maybe they thought in their mind like, oh, this is too much for like,
yeah, probably
some hardcore PlayStation like extremists, and they'll just get like really angry. or
I'm
something
telling
like
you,
that.
that's what I said. Maybe they knew people would get upset.
They definitely trying to lessen the
Yeah.
blow. That's for sure.
or maybe it's like one of those things where it's like maybe they had like different like marketing plans for both. So it's like
I mean, what the fuck
let's
did
pump.
people think it was, Hunter? You know, when you're seeing the same cutscenes from the first game, what? Like, I seen people like, oh my god, they're getting excited for what? What would you think it was?
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, Miles Morales is supposed to be coming out this fall, so I guess it kind of does make sense. Like, sure, they can spend the next month or two like really pumping the hell out of Spider-Man, and then they're gonna have their PlayStation Showcase in August, September. That's the time where they can have like a dedicated Miles Morales, right? All I'm gonna say is
PC
like
trail.
they better at least have some marketing for Miles Morales, man. If all we get is that PS blog and that's it, man. Like,
Oh,
no
it's
way,
not
man.
coming at the same time.
No, it's
no,
a
it's-
fall.
Oh, that's y'all wanted to.
And
put
then
it
what
up.
was
in fall.
and then the remasters in August, was it 12th? I think it's the
Yeah,
12th.
I think so. Yeah, it's in August. I think it was the 12th. Yeah.
And
I want
I
to
was just
see it.
shocked that Insomniac did say like this week there was supposed to be a Steam page up, but I don't
Yep.
think it has been
Yeah.
up yet.
They're working
Dude,
on that.
the funniest thing is like I remember like I think it was just like a couple weeks ago where like Sony had that one. They had like the investor call and they had a slide where it's like they wanted to. I think it was they wanted to triple their PC sales this fiscal
Mhm,
year.
yeah.
I think they had like some like 80 million last year, and it was like over 300 million that they wanted this year. And everyone's kind of like, well, what are they gonna do? And then it's kind of like, well, we're gonna have Uncharted, then we're gonna have Spider-Man,
Mhm.
then we're gonna have Miles Morales, and then we're gonna have The Last of Us, all coming to PC. like, dude, there's your 300 million right there for sure. Even just Spider-Man alone will probably get them past that 300 million mark.
Yeah, that's gonna take up a good chunk of it. It was funny to watching the reactions towards the whole thing, though. Especially the Spider-Man thing.
Bro, Callisto Protocol looks even better, dude.
Yeah, like it looks like they had new mechanics for it, if I recall.
Bro, you
Like,
see the telekinesis, like the
Yeah.
guy, like bro,
they
even
got it
like
with a gun. It's in the gun, Blaze. It didn't like he had it in his hands. Like it was.
yeah,
in
I
the
think it
gun.
was the gun.
Yeah,
bro. But
I'm
what
glad you can
saying
actually
is-
sever limbs too, right? That was pretty
right,
cool to
dude.
see.
I was gonna say, bro, Hunter, you took the word. And the
Oh.
cool thing is, they're doing the whole Tomb Raider thing, like. When you die, you see the brutal death animation with it. I
Well,
like that, bro.
They
Didn't
did
Dead
with
Space
Dead
originally
Space.
do that
Yeah.
though? That,
I
feel
don't.
like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but it
copied
wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't to that. It wasn't as brutal as that. I don't remember at least.
It's some brutal.
Bro,
death
it was
shit.
kind
It
of
was some
like
brutal.
remember
They had-
like
yeah, the puker. Remember the puker?
the
he pukes-
puker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the head one where it just like
You're right. You're
takes
right.
around
Head
the
off.
head and just like
Bro, that's
inserts
Dead
itself.
Space, dude.
Dude,
No.
the original for that is friggin' Manhunt, man.
That too.
Right.
You're
You
right.
guys ever played- that one would be like 30 seconds of brutal killing.
The craziest one I think for Dead Space was with when you're trying to put the needle in the pupil, and if you
Oh
mess
yeah, you
up
gotta
or
like
whatever,
watch his
it's just,
heartbeat
like,
because his
goes
eyes
right
going
through.
everywhere. Yeah. Watch his
Yeah,
heartbeat.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like they're definitely, I think, are gonna try to do so many death animations for the character.
They clearly
Yeah.
didn't know about this remake. You know, they. I'm telling you, they probably like, yo, we're making Dead Space. Clearly, by the way, didn't it look like NASA was sponsoring the show? Like it was space game. Like
a lot of
all-
space horror games too. Like it's basically
Space are like with Arthur Morgan and
Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Troy Baker. Yeah.
yeah.
Who,
And
by
that's
the
only
way,
a Steam game too.
I
That-
think
that's
Roger
the
Clark
port only.
is gonna play Wolverine. I don't think they announced the voice, but I think he might voice Wolverine for
Maybe.
Sonic. He might be the voice.
That or might. Well, no, yeah, they want somebody to do motion capture. I was gonna say Steve Bloom, but then he doesn't do mocap, I don't think, because he originally was the Wolverine voice.
Yeah.
But back to Callisto Protocol. That this game continues to be the game of show for a lot of us. It looks better and better every time we see it. At first, I thought we got trolled because he showed the first trailer that we saw at the state of
with
play.
a little more.
Yeah, and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
that was it. Like, wow, that was troll. And then the actual creator, shout out to the team, they got on the stage. Shout out to Keeley for putting this all together. The stage looked great, everything looked great for what he did. But
The backdrops look cool.
yeah.
Yep.
And when they got on the stage, they showcased the gameplay. When I tell you I got Prometheus vibes, when we start seeing the holograms like show up and like, you know, we saw like the creatures kill people in the hologram. Then we saw the actual creatures. He pulled out the new weapons. Looks like that theory I had might be false. That suit that he was wearing at the end of the last trailer, looks like you might get that super early. So it's not like going to be, you do.
That's what I assumed too. Like after like an hour. That was my guess. Like 40 minutes to an hour into the game.
Oh, the
Because
stomp.
I know that they said that both of the gameplay clips that they showed were in the first half of the game.
Nah,
Is that what
okay.
they said?
Yeah, they said it was the first half. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a heavy stomp. So I'm guessing they made those animations with thought in mind, like you're gonna be wearing this heavy suit. So it's like a. But
Yeah.
dude, it's Dead Space. It's like Dead Space 4, bro. They're like it's Dead
Yeah.
Space. I'm telling you, they had no clue that Dead Space remaster was coming,
You don't think
Like,
so at all?
bro. Because like, it's literally Dead Space, bro, with
Yeah.
a different,
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
I don't
fresh-
think. Yeah, they probably for sure didn't know when, because Callisto's been in development for like 3 or 4 years now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, like the odds of them knowing that a Dead Space was coming was probably slim to none, man. Like,
Yeah,
That's
right
why they want to
before-
go in front. They want to go right in front.
How y'all feel
Yeah.
about like the HUD being like on the back of your neck type of thing with the
I
dog
like that.
collar? Like that
Dude,
was
I think
actually a
it's like-
nice twist. Yeah.
I
You're
think
not
it's
gonna show that
hilarious.
trailer
Like,
off, Big Cloud? Come on, baby, show it off.
What's
dude,
up?
it's hilarious that
You want to show?
your health is like horizontal and in this game, and that it was vertical.
Vertical.
Yeah, like on the
In
neck.
Dead
It was on
Space,
like
it's
the
like-
tube, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the tube that like went down the spine or whatever, right? Now it's like a neck band or whatever.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
finish Dead Space 3 with some fucking loser, but
Oh man, I think that person has been asking for a while, but
But man, like Callisto Protocol has everything going for it, man. Especially like they're so lucky that they're gonna have this out in the end of the year, right? In December.
that's
And then we
exciting.
got like Resident Evil coming out, and we've got Dead Space coming out. Like,
Yep.
dude, every horror fan is gonna have money this holiday, and we're all buying this game.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep. And Hunter's gonna give away like 3 copies to us. So that's
Oh,
awesome.
jeez. I wish, man.
Yo, Hunter, I'm telling you right now. Hold on, Hunter. Listen. I'm gonna be so jealous of you, bro. That's
He's
all I'm
going to. What do you expect? The man's gonna get an early copy before all of us.
And he's gonna be like, dude, it's so good, Blade.
You know what else I loved about this? Good God, hold on. Look at this.
Look at this atmosphere, man. God,
It still got the
oozing
tank
with-
controls. I noticed that, like him moving back and forth, like he's like heavy. Like I guess they still got that too.
Oh yeah.
Look at the arm. Watch his shoulder. Like you can see the shoulder joint hanging when the bone.
Did he do rolls like in Dead Space?
See that? Look at it. Look at the shoulder joint. Ugh.
Yeah. Dude, I love the hologram ammo. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I love that you got a
Bro, look at the
melee.
limb hanging. Look at his limb. Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude.
Yeah,
sticking
you
out
can see the
beautiful.
tendons in his limbs.
Bro, you see the tendons, bro. Oh my.
I just
God.
want to. The only thing that I wanted to see a little bit more was a little bit more variety of the enemies in the. I think the enemies look really cool in it, but I don't know. I'm hoping the other trailers showed some really cool stuff. I want to see like different types, man, like spiders and like creepy things, and there was like the that like worm thing that's straight out of Aliens and Prometheus.
Yeah, I like more humanoid, bro. But I wouldn't mind seeing a, I'm sure they're gonna have a boatload of anime. You know what I mean? It can't be the big heavy guy and the skinny fast guy. Like I'm sure.
I'm wondering how much the story will be like similar to Dead Space, because like when that trailer played within the state of play, it gave me vibes from like Dead Space 2 with the unitologists talking about rebirth and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's very much gonna be like you have those extremists believing in that type of faith that, hey man, become these things, you're just gonna be reborn.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Look at how
Bro, I'm gonna
badass
have
that
so
helmet
much
looks.
fun,
Look at the
dude.
helmet, dude.
Yeah.
That's so badass. And this right here. Look at his face. You guys see the struggle in his face when he goes in. It's so good.
Yeah, and then he goes right in.
This is a little.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. A reactor or whatever that is. Some engine.
Yeah, I just love that it just shows you the entire death scene, right? Doesn't like fade away or whatever. Like and they like really drag it out too. His arm gets in there and then his head and then his legs start flopping around.
That's
Oh, yeah.
next gen only, right?
Yep.
correct.
Next gen only.
Yeah.
Trying to see what else was at the show. I know it was like a big announcement.
Call of fucking Duty.
Call
Look
of
it.
Duty. Call of Duty.
I'm not a big look at everybody. It's taboo to say you like COD nowadays, right?
It looked great.
It's like, but it looked.
It looked great.
It looked so photorealistic at points. I was like, the blood splatter. I was like, wow. Infinity Ward has went from GOAT to like they fell off crazy. And since Modern Warfare 2019, bro, they brought Call of Duty back up, bro. They really did, dude. I'm not even a COD guy. That shit looks fucking incredible, dude. I
I'll put it
love
on
the
the screen
realism,
for you.
man. Moving as a group to pop out like that shit looks
Yeah.
incredible.
Didn't they
And
say
I
that, I
Lobo bought it for me, so shout out to you.
think they said that I guess they have like a unified engine. I guess
Yep.
like all the different teams now are all using the same engine.
I hope so,
And
but you know what was funny about that, Hunter? Like, if that's the case, then why did Vanguard and Black Ops look like more cartoony and more a step down visually? It just did.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, but it looks like I think this one is like the first game of this new unified engine. So I think because they were saying that all future games should look this good.
I will
Bro, it's
say,
gonna be
yeah,
incredible.
it definitely needs a lot of maps for sure. It needs more than 7
Yeah.
maps. Yeah.
And it sounds like this engine is like tied right into the battle royale as well, right?
Yep.
So you got to like it. I guess it's like it seems like it's in the same world too, right? They're actually going to be like battle royale and this is going to be all in the same universe. Is that right? Because they're having like Warzone Part 2, right? Or
Oh, look at
2.0
the
or whatever.
water! Look at the water overflowing. Like that shit looks so perfect, bro. This shit's gonna look so good on my OLED. I might whip out my PP, bro. I'm not even. Like, this shit looks
Yeah,
so
dude. Oh yeah, dude.
incredible.
They said that they actually completely redid all the water physics.
Yeah.
It looks
Completely
stupid
like from
good,
the ground up,
dude.
and they said that that's like
yeah.
one of those things where it's like you could be in the water, and there might be like a boat that gives you cover, but the boat will actually rock with the tide, right? So yeah, you could be like in cover 1 second, and then suddenly the boat rocks away, and then you're out of cover. Same with your enemies too; they could be like exposed, but then the tide rushes in, and they're now in cover again.
Look at
Dude,
this. Look at this.
look how you
I'm
walk
telling you,
like
man.
with the weapon. Like it's a different animation. Like man.
They definitely slow down the movement.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's playing it that way, but it definitely looks much slower, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's more realistic. That's how a task team will move. You know what I mean? They're not rushing automatically into every battle like that. They're going to be strategic and taking out
You
the
know
enemy.
how good this is gonna look on my OLED. You know. You know.
I'm just glad they're doing campaigns again. Like, man, that was such a weird decision. when
Right?
They took away the campaign. Yeah.
I love the
Wasn't that
dude,
just?
like,
Wasn't that with what game was that with? Because I know Vanguard. I think had
Vanguard had a campaign. I think it was
World
the one
War
before that.
II, maybe? Was it World War II?
Oh,
No, World War II had a campaign.
World War II had one. So
It was after Infinite, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
oh, it's
yeah.
some Black Ops.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah, Black Ops. Yo, bro, Infinite's campaign. Not only does it look beautiful, it's
4.
actually a good campaign. Bro, look at this game, Big Cloud. You don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
Well, I still look good. what I do? What I do
know.
wrong?
Just post
It
it.
looks
I
good.
guess
but I'm not getting
they
it.
haven't announced zombies for this yet, have they?
I don't even
hope-
know. Do they have zombies? I don't think so.
Yo,
all the
good
Call of
point,
Duty,
man.
all the Call of Duty games have now just been getting zombies. It
Yeah,
used to
they've all
be
been
just a
getting zombies.
Treyarch thing.
Yeah, but Modern
just
Warfare
open
didn't
it.
have zombies.
That's the only game that didn't. I think
Bro.
it might get changed. They might have zombies.
It would be a goddamn shame because it looks so. Zombies just looks too cartoony. Zombies is played out to me, but if it was a more realistic tone, I would like it, bro. But look at this, man. Wow. I can't believe I'm sucking off Call of Duty like this, but it looks good, bro.
Yeah, man, and the fire effects.
Yeah. Look at the
Yeah,
explosions.
look at
the
that.
smoke.
Yeah, the explosions with the particles. Watch it pops.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, man, that's
That
awesome.
looked crazy.
Yeah, all the sparks that look really
The
good
sparks, yeah. See, you
Yeah.
noticed that.
with like the cloud burst that came with it too.
Look at the water, like off the. You know what I mean? So that I'm so glad you said that they worked on the water. That shit looks so fucking realistic.
Yeah,
dude.
it's gonna be a part in this trailer
yeah.
where dude's like hiding, waiting for you, and like the water from the ship, the ship rocks and the water.
Look at
knocks
the
him
blood
out.
splatter, dude. Oh my god, it's so good.
Dude.
Well, dude,
You know
even the cutscenes or like that one spot where you're on the boat and that dude's talking to you, like those cutscenes like really did look Naughty Dog quality.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? You know what's fucked up, Hunter, is like when they previewed Call of Duty before they showed it, like the graphics looked awful. I'm like, dude, this looks like a downgrade. Like when they first showed off, like not here, like the day before they like where they posted pictures and shit. Like I didn't like how it looked, but this is like
Wasn't it from previous gen as well? Like there were some screenshots and people said it was from previous gen.
maybe
Is this cross gen or is it only on next gen?
it's crossed.
It's
Okay, well,
cross-gen,
there
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the boat scene that I'm talking about. Like just watch the way the way they animate their facial movements. Like it's really good, man.
This is Activision's
Cutting
wallet
edge.
right here, bro.
Yeah.
This is nice, bro. Shout out to Microsoft. Thank you.
Damn.
This looks.
They don't own them yet, please.
Shout out to Microsoft because of
They don't own them yet.
the echoes.
Be next year.
I did think it was funny that obviously they were playing this game on PlayStation
Yeah,
I know,
because of
right?
the marketing rights still.
because you'll whenever the button prompts come up, it's always like
Square.
square or X or whatever.
And it's clean.
This was impressive, right?
Look at the
This was
damn
cool.
water, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look at that water. Wow.
Yeah, and like everything like rocking back and forth, man. Holy jeez.
It's bro. The thing is, it's a Call of Duty game. So if it impresses me and it's a COD game, like that's a win. You know what I mean? Because I don't get impressed by Call of Duty anymore. You know what I mean? So like this was like a legit a nice showing by. I like the realistic tone Call of Duty games. I don't like the.
Yeah, they saying they're retelling the story of Simon Ghost Rally, so I guess he doesn't die from what was it, Shepard?
Oh,
I'm sure this
no,
will
no,
be like
no,
a
no, no.
5-hour
So
campaign.
So Modern Warfare 1 was basically like a prequel to like
Okay.
the original Modern Warfare game. So Modern Warfare 2 is basically a retelling of like the original Modern Warfare game.
And then Modern Warfare 3 would be the retelling of 2.
Yeah.
No, okay. So he's still going to die the same anticlimactic way. He gets betrayed and shot and burned. Great.
I guess we'll see, man.
Shocking. I won't lie about that.
That still pissed me off to this day, looking back at that game. Oh, watch the water, y'all. Knocks him out, see? Look how good that looked. Oh, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that looks great, bro. No lie.
And this is where I think the trailer ends, right? He goes to the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Wait, I don't
Dude,
think
that
no.
water
No.
splash. Holy jeez, that was good.
Man, it's better
I
than
don't know how
CFP's
Call of Duty
water.
continues to stay relevant, man. They find a way to just do it every time. It's like I swear to never touch another COD game, and then they just
Look at the night vision scenes as well. Like, look at that. That looks so well.
What do you guys think? That it really does seem like Matt Booty just mentioned just like a day or so ago that like it seems like there's really no plans to make these games exclusive.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, they're doing that because they want to go through the FTC and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
But
But
they
I
do make
think,
exclusive.
but I think like I don't know. I mean, I'm not like as in tune with the FTC as I probably should be. But like I have to imagine that if they make a promise like that and say that we're not gonna split up the base and we're gonna keep on making these games multiplayer, and then if they do that just to get past the FTC and get this approved, and then like 2 years down the road they make it exclusive, does that? I don't know.
I don't
man.
know. I don't know how it works, right? Because maybe like it goes through like contracts or something. I don't even know. Like that's what they're trying to do, but I don't know
Yeah.
that fail safe if what happens if they do that. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be like at least like some window of time where it's like if you make a promise to the FTC, like you have to honor that for like X amount of years, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that would just be like terrible if they pulled the fast one, right? And just like pretended, oh yeah, like be the nice guy. Oh yeah, like we're not gonna take it off PlayStation. We're gonna keep it multi-platform. Blah 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 blah. And then as soon as the deal goes through, it's like the next year it becomes exclusive or something like that.
well, depending on their position, you never know.
I know
Yeah.
somebody in the chat saying the FTC can revisit and reverse their decision, but how does
Yeah.
that work though? Like
It
5 years
depends.
down the line, and
They gotta look at all the
it gets
contractual
reversed.
agreements. You gotta look at all
Oh,
the
that's
like,
that
let's
is
say
true
if it
though.
gets
Yeah, that is
reversed.
true. FTC can actually like break up organizations. Yeah.
But then
That
they
is
would
true.
have to get their like new shareholders, right? Like, how does that even work? You know what I mean? They would have to be a separate company yet again, and they would have to set
Yeah.
up their own CEO, and I don't know how
Yeah, it would
that would
be-
just be
yeah.
a nightmare. I feel.
But I quite honestly, man, I think like Sony is pretty much in the same boat with like Destiny and Bungie, but I really do think we've reached a point in gaming where it's like it's all about making your like expanding your audience as much as you can. I personally I think it's gonna be a little bit more than just Call of Duty. I think like games like Overwatch.
Yeah, they said
I can't-
they said with like big fan bases or whatever, right?
Yeah,
So like
Blizzard,
Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah.
Diablo. Like I can't see.
I only could
them-
see WoW. I could see WoW going just for Xbox, and that's it, or something like that.
Yeah. I wish they would say the same thing with Bethesda, because I like. I mean, again, I have an Xbox and I'll play it wherever it is, but like, I would be like a little bit disappointed if like the next Fallout is not coming to PlayStation or the next Doom is not coming to PlayStation.
Mm.
New IPs and all that, like no problem, but
Yeah.
again, it's not gonna be a big deal to me because whatever. Like I play on my Xbox like every week, so I have no problem playing it on that. But it's just like I just know that there's like such an audience for those games on PlayStation, and it just seems like the bad business move to not have those games on there.
That's facts. No, that's absolutely facts. I think that pretty much covered the Summer Games Fest. I don't think there was anything else. Was there anything else you guys look at? Like, I know it was a game
The
called
only thing I was
Witch
interested in
something.
was that one indie game that was like basically like I want to say like in terms of plot, like plot for plot, detail for detail, like the Truman Show. That was like the dude's trying to escape like this like whole like show that he's
Oh, yeah.
being a part of. Like I was like, oh, it's Truman Show vibe right there. That was interesting. Fort Solace, which I think is only it's only on Steam.
Yeah,
with
it's only on PC.
That
That one
Troy
actually looked
Baker
really good.
and
What was that? There was
with
the
Mick Gordon.
name?
There's another one.
What was that game that like got announced 10 years ago, and then it actually looked really good. Like it was a horror game. It looked like it's coming to I guess PC and Xbox and Game Pass.
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, it wasn't Alien. No, there.
Yeah, when I
don't
saw
know
that
what
trailer,
it
I
was.
thought we were getting Fireteam.
Oh,
2.
Routine.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was. It's supposed to have the composer for Mick Gordon, like the person that did
Yeah.
like the Doom soundtrack and all that. That looked cool too. So
That looked really good. Like really atmospheric and yeah, looks like brutal deaths in that game too.
and then what was the one with like some? I don't want to say it was Sony Santa Monica devs, former devs. It's like a John Wick-esque game, but indie-esque. So it's like in a train, it's like beating up people and stuff. And
Oh, is
all
that
this
little over the camera? I didn't tell you.
Yeah, that
I
looked
know what you're talking
cool.
about.
Yeah.
I think that was
Personally,
really it.
I'm super hyped for Flashback.
Flashback.
Dude, I'm so old, so I've been playing games.
Oh, see, I never
For
played that
decades.
game. So yeah,
That's one of the old games. I think I played that one on like my Commodore 64 when I was a kid. But yeah, no, like that, like Flashback was such a great game. I totally forgot about that game because it's like 30 plus years old at this point. But it's it's coming back.
the only problem I had with the show is like some of the games they showed though, like brand new IP, is just CGI, and I was just like, and I've
Yeah.
always said this like multiple times, where it's like if you're a brand new IP and you show a CGI trailer, there's no way I can get hyped for it because
Yeah.
it's the same thing with Redfall. It's like or Starfield.
Dude, I'm
It's
trying to like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like only way I can get hyped about a CGI trailer is if it's like Wolverine or something like that. This like huge character that's getting a game or something like that. Then I'll be like, oh crap, that's crazy. But it's just like it has to have gameplay for me. But
Yeah,
so, I think overall the show was better than last year, but
Yeah.
still not that great.
He did good
So
for what
it's-
he had, and he talked about that in the Twitter spaces a lot about like Sony having their own dedicated events, Microsoft having their own show, so it was tough to get anything crazy big. But the main announcement, like we said at the beginning, got leaked. That was his big announcement there, or a big surprise, and that got leaked, and that took the wind pretty much out the last part of the.
And I was thinking Hellblade was going to be there. I was really thinking it, but they're
Nah,
definitely
that's
saving
gonna
it
be
for the
Xbox.
Xbox showcase. So
Yeah.
because they had 2 announcements from Hellblade within Game Awards, so I was thinking it would be a Summer Game Fest, but no. So no, I would give it like a 6, maybe
Maybe
a
a
5.5 around there. Way better than last year's, I think, but
Okay.
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting if it continues to improve. I definitely think because they're going to have an in-person event as well as digital next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. And people always say, oh, bring back E3, bring back E3, ESA, bring it back. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. Like, if
Yeah.
it does, it's going to not have a lot of games. Like, they're going to flock more to Jeff's show than
Yeah.
anything else
Yeah.
because, A, they don't want to pay those really, like, crazy fees. And it's just, there's just no way. I think they're
Yeah.
basically done.
I don't think they care about buying showroom space too, as well. At this point, that's always the first thing. It feels like who's getting.
Well,
the
Jeff
most
said
showroom
next
space.
year
Yeah.
there'll be an
Yeah,
invitation.
yeah. That's what I was
For
saying. It's
E3?
supposed to be a hybrid. No, for
Summer Game Fest.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
supposed to be
E3.
in
I'm
person.
talking about E3. You're not gonna
Yeah,
see
I'm kind of
E3.
like frustrated because I like going to those shows and it's like I guess
See
I'll have
them
to
fade
wait
away.
and see now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, like as soon as they announced that E3 was coming back, like I immediately thought, okay, like maybe I'll go.
Yeah.
Like I've been to a bunch of others, like maybe I'll go. But I don't know. It's just like the thing is with E3 is that like E3 has just been getting hollowed out the last few years, right? Like it has like compared to 3 or 4 years ago when PlayStation was there and everyone was there, like it was this show. But yeah, man, like the last E3 that I went to, which I guess would have been like what 2019, like PlayStation wasn't even there, and like dude, you could feel on the show floor the energy was not as high. Like even Xbox had like a scaled down booth, and I don't know, man, it was like what's the point? Like it takes so much of my time and money and all this stuff to fly down there, and it's like if
Yeah.
if only like half the industry is showing up. That's why I'm like really frustrated, because I mean like E3 is going to have their own show, and then Jeff is going to have their own show, and is it going to be the same week?
Yep.
And if so, like God, that sucks. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
you got to pick and choose, and then if they're different days, then even that sucks, because like E3 is usually, what is it, like 3 days, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's like I don't want E3 to last a week. Like I don't want like Jeff Keighley's for like 3 days, and then I got to go to E3 for 3 days, and I don't know. The
I
whole
know
industry is just
somebody
messy.
mentioned on chat. They said E3 already announced they're coming back next year. They also announced, literally, what was it, in January, when Jason and I forgot this other reporter was like, oh, the other reporter was basically like, oh, on their storefront, like not store but their website, like looking at stuff that, yeah, they weren't listed to have a show whatsoever, and that Jason confirmed through his like insiders and all that, his sources. He's like, yeah, no, E3 is not. And then they're like, oh no, we're coming, we're gonna be having E3 this year, this and that. Then a couple months later, they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing E3 this year. It's just like they're gonna say the same thing, and if they do somehow, it's not gonna be even to the extent of what it was last year. And last year, like
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't like it last year, so
Yeah, I think like yeah, totally. I think the better show is probably to attend if anyone ever wants to go to a big game show. It's probably, I would say, Gamescom, because at least Gamescom pretty much has all the big players. I know there's not announcements, but at least like everyone shows up. Like that's a big bonus. And then TGS, like the only thing is like there's no Xbox really at TGS, but if you like Nintendo Switch and PC and PlayStation, like
yep.
especially if you like PlayStation, like TGS is like the best for sure.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Almost got 150 people here. Hit that like button. Let's get over 100 likes. Let's move on to the predictions. I think we pretty much summed up Summer Games Fest. I guess I'll just get you guys scores, and we'll move on to that. What's your rated, Hunter? We got Red Hood. You got to give it a 5, you said?
I know, like I said, I'm between a 5.5 or a 6, like one of those scores.
All right. What you got, Hunter?
Yeah, you know what? Like overall as a show, I'm gonna probably give it a 6, I would say. But the thing is that like I would give it a 6, but it has nothing to do with Jeff, because I think Jeff did the absolute best job that he could based on what he was working with.
Yeah.
Right? Like it just all these publishers have their own events, want to do their own things, and it's just super tough. So I think he had some like just getting The Last of Us Part 1 as like your big scoop, like that's pretty huge, man. That by itself, I know it got leaked and all that stuff, but that by itself is pretty awesome. So I think like if I'm like rating Jeff and his work on this show, probably like 8 or 8.5. Like I think I think the stage was awesome, the guests were great, like everything was great. But in terms of like the actual announcements and what we saw, yeah, probably like a 6.
Yeah, I was giving it a 7. That's why I rated it at a 7.
And for like to people, like I feel like the ads were way better and less compared to last Summer Game Fest as well.
Well, you remember 7. I gave it a 7 for a show.
You told me like 3 games out of the show. How's that a 7?
from what he showed, Callisto Protocol, actual
Yeah.
gameplay, the actual game that we wanted to see, full-fledged that. We got Modern Warfare 2, which looked good.
Yeah.
And we got the big announcement for Last of Us and Faction
Yeah.
News.
That's 3. Okay. Anything else?
That's 4, actually.
What about Force Solace or no? The
Force
clown.
Solace. Forgot about Force Solace. I was interested too. And it was that game, that Witch, what's it called? Witch something?
Witchfire.
Witchfire.
That looked okay.
Witchfire,
That looked
yeah.
okay.
That
Look,
looked good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
those
think
are
Red Hood's
announcements.
got it, bro. 5 out of 10.
PC, right? I
You
think
give it
it's
a
just
5?
coming to PC.
Yeah, that's PC exclusive.
I like it. Started off. Look, the problem is he started so strong.
Yeah.
It was so strong. Like, and I'm, I hate to be like, in terms of AAA, it was like really big, heavy hitters coming all at once. And then it just kind of fell off a little bit. But I give, like you said, compared to other Summer Game Fest, this felt like seriously, like a very mini E3, because Summer Game Fest was just, ads and just a bunch of just complete indies, really. I mean, that's just how I remember it. Just a bunch of recycled trash. But it was decent.
Yeah.
And for him to pull that off and get all these people here, there's a lot of shit that goes involved with that, to fly people in and all that.
You know what it is too, though, Bliss? Everybody really went into the show with one expectation, and it wasn't met. And that was God of War. Everybody wanted God of War, and God of War wasn't here. And it was like, oh, you know what? This show immediately sucks because God of War wasn't here. And again, I don't know when that's going to be announced, man. I expect the state of play soon, but we don't know when. And
Hey, man, Jason saying June. Jason saying sometime in June.
And there's also been reports of that being delayed, too, that game. There's been a lot going around.
Well, I don't know. Game Reactor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got Jason saying...
It's not
I trust Jason over Game Reactor or whatever.
Well, Jason actually had multiple different sources too, right?
Yeah. He said his first-hand source and his second-hand... I think he has 3 sources that he said in the article.
In the article, there were 3.
In Reset Era, he was saying 2.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I trust that he's got those sources for sure. He's not. He would never fabricate anything. He definitely has those sources.
Yeah.
And if they're that close to PlayStation, like, yeah.
What's up, bud?
Yeah. And I guess we'll move on to the last part of this Xbox and Bethesda showcase. It's the last show before we go into that, and the next one's going to be afterwards. But that's going to be Sunday, and we got the big Xbox showcase. You guys excited for this? Everybody's putting a lot of stock into it. Obviously, Redfall's delayed, Starfield's delayed, but we are definitely going to get gameplay. If we don't get gameplay for Starfield, there's going to be riots.
Well,
in the streets,
that's what they've been saying.
Yeah, we're going to get
Supposed
that.
to be gameplay.
Yeah,
Well, dude, the bar's so low right now that this is like, this is Xbox's
time to shine, basically.
I'm talking. No, dude. I'm talking about like not E3 week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, like we said with Summer Game Fest, like, sure, 6 out of 10 or whatever. Like, there's been a few other shows, the IGN show, which I don't know. I think there was like 1 or 2 things
that happened. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
saw a couple. I think there was like a Walking Dead thing that I saw on my feed. I was like, okay, like whatever. But I mean, like, I'm just saying that, like, this week, this E3, the bar is so low that Microsoft has a real chance here to
also
to knock our socks off.
People forgot to mention, dude, Capcom's having a showcase, which I think is just or mostly Resident Evil 4 remake.
I would hope,
but it's all announced.
No,
games,
they said that. They said that.
Yeah.
And then
I'm excited to see it, but
then Square is supposed to be having. It's a 10-minute. I think it's a 10-minute showcase for Final Fantasy, which they're hyping up themselves. Their social media manager and Nomura, like all those people, like people think Remake Part 2 might be there. It's the 16th
that's what I was just gonna say. People are saying that it may actually finally come to Xbox.
Oh, Remake 1.
That could be like one of the big things that they announce.
What about Kojima? I don't think Kojima would be here at the Xbox.
He might.
I don't know. You know what?
His new horror
the only reason why I think maybe is because they actually showed him in that
trailer
Twitter
video.
clip.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be weird, that horror game, which means it's gonna be cloud based. What does that even mean? Like, everyone tries to bring the fact, that means like a situation such as Crackdown 3, and I'm just like, okay, like what does that have to do
Is
with
it cloud based,
4?
or are they talking about like the same like system, like that network system that was in Death Stranding? I remember, what was it called? The
No,
social
they
network
were
thing?
saying because of
No.
Stadia, like
No?
originally that game was going to be for
Oh.
Stadia
Okay.
and all
Cloud
that.
Cloud base, yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't
but-
know, man. I just hope that they focus on that stuff. Like, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be quite honest too. Like I think was it just today or yesterday that Xbox, I think it was yesterday maybe, that Xbox on their like Wire blog thing announced like basically like the roadmap of their future, and it was kind of like, hey, we're gonna have Xbox on Samsung TVs, and we're gonna like, you know, we're gonna be expanding the countries that we're gonna have cloud. But it's like I'm just sitting there reading that, I'm like,
That's
thinking
cool
to
and
myself,
all, but
I don't care, I don't care, I
yeah.
don't care. I don't care about
They're
that.
basically trying to say that
nah.
that console, like Hunter, that consoles aren't their priority. Like, yes, if it sells well, right? But they're looking for people to have it on their cell phones, on their TVs, like going anywhere, even laptops, right? So that's
dude,
their
I think it's like I think they're super smart, and I think they're gonna make a lot of money, and I think they're gonna expand their audience, expand gaming. Like there's so many positive things about it, but just saying, like, me personally,
yeah, same, exactly.
Dude, like
And I
stuff
agree,
like Steam Deck to me is so much more exciting, right? Like
Yeah.
just putting like the my PC games on a handheld, that is like 10 times, 100 times more exciting than that entire post. So I'm kind of glad that they got that out of the way, because I don't want to hear about that stuff at the show. I don't care. I don't want to know where they're expanding cloud, and I don't really care about all that like TV stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that what we see on Sunday is just like pure games, like game announcements, game trailers, gameplay, like bring the devs out, tell us some cool things about the games.
We'll most certainly probably hear about that. What was it? The family plan for Game Pass probably at the show. I could see that.
Yeah.
Being debuted here. You don't think so?
But
Like show off
they're
the
supposed
collection.
to say like it's about games and gameplay. I mean, they could.
Well,
but...
they're having an extended show, if I remember correctly. They
said,
The extended
I
show was going to be focusing on new stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
I can agree.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. The extended show. It's kind of like how they did last year. The extended show is going to do the new stuff, so this is going to be more...
It's going to be like more talking base.
Yeah.
Personally, I probably won't tune into that one, but I definitely will tune in for Sunday. And the PC Gamer Showcase is also that day as well.
Oh, see?
So
yeah.
People are hoping for Persona 5 Royal to hit PC. We'll see.
Fingers crossed, not Reddit. Fingers crossed.
Listen, if it comes, it comes. I'm not one of the people that begged. Like, I have the game. If it comes to PC, like, shoot, I'll be playing that on my Steam Deck as well as my regular PC.
All right.
Yeah.
What are the top games you guys want to see at this show? I'm just going to start with, I'm going to say GoldenEye, the remake of that. I really want to see 007, finally. I wouldn't mind Perfect Dark if get some update on Perfect Dark, even though I doubt we will get something. That's a wishful thinking announcement. Obviously, I do want to see Avowed and where this is heading. And we already saw Hellblade. I already know what to expect from Hellblade. It's going to be a fire game. I'm not worried about that. But I'm trying to think, what else would there be?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones would be probably the other. Where you at, Red Hood?
Avowed is number one. I don't have anything else after one. But yeah, Hellblade. That's a given. And then what would be the thing? I don't want to see Gears. Like, I know the Gears collection's probably going to be there. Halo will probably be there with season 3.
I hope not. I hope we get no Halo announcement.
Sea of Thieves will be there.
Sea of Thieves, yeah. I'm trying to think of something else. Like Indiana Jones, probably. But like rumor is it's gonna be first person. Dude, it is hard. I am scratching the surface here because I'm not really caring for Starfield.
Yeah, I'm not even super hyped for Starfield.
I'm not a big I'm not. I used to be a big Todd Howard fan. I'm not anymore. I loved Oblivion and Morrowind, but after that, I don't care for his games like that. I guess Kojima's game.
Play them, but I'm in the same boat.
Overdose. If that shows up, it shows up. Plague's Tale because it was shown off last.
Play stuff.
Xbox show. So there you go.
What about Fable-esque? A lot of people are saying Fable. Maybe you guys think something announcement was? No?
It could, but
No?
like I said, I'm always cautious when it comes to a studio that does a brand new IP/genre. And I was very cautious when Guerrilla was making Horizon, so I wasn't excited until I saw way more information and reviews.
Okay. What about you, Hunter? What's your game most anticipated? I like how everybody just died.
Dude,
so
okay,
low.
here's the thing, man.
I love it.
My energy for Xbox is waning again because if I go back like 3 years ago, it was pretty much at the lowest point, and then they made all these acquisitions, right? We saw the like E3 a couple years ago, right? All these acquisitions, I started getting like super energized and super pumped. Unfortunately, I think like pretty much almost all the studios they acquired they've never released games yet, aside from like Double Fine, but that game was like pretty much already done anyway, right?
Yeah.
So to me, there's some games that I'm interested, like Avowed or whatever, think looks really cool. Like Fable, if they actually show gameplay, would be really cool. But the biggest thing that I'm hoping for the show is I just want them to show me even one, two would be amazing, but even one game that just absolutely blows my mind, makes me super excited. Something along the lines of like Scalebound. Like when I first saw that, I was like, that alone is like, raises my energy for Xbox significantly, and then obviously that imploded. But something like Kojima, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's like a pause in the middle of the show and Kojima comes out, he's wearing his like funny glasses. I don't know, he's got like the he's got like 20 different. He's got his own like
Or
even
the
like
Ludens, the Ludens glasses.
The
Ludens
Ludens
glasses,
beams.
yeah.
We were looking at that on his store.
Yeah.
You know them sunglasses are $500.
Jeez.
Come
And they
come
sold
out.
out.
Come out, make me laugh because he's wearing something funny. He'll say one or two words in English, and I'll be like he's like the god, so I'll be like super happy. But also too, just because like there's been rumors about him doing something for Xbox, and for them to actually like confirm it and bring him on stage. Whatever he's making, I'm sure will end up being awesome. If it's a horror game, it's gonna just be absolutely amazing. So that's what I want, man. Like I just want to walk away. They're gonna show probably a half dozen or more games that I won't even care about. They're gonna show the next season of Halo, which I won't really care about. They're gonna show maybe a teaser for Gears, which maybe I'll probably play it, but Gears is past its prime. Forza, like they're gonna show a new one for that, but like, come on, I played 10 other Forzas. I don't really care about that. I don't know. Maybe like they were talking about Killer Instinct coming back, right?
Yeah, it was a big. The dude Paris got into, well, he only get into deep water over, but I remember he was like saying people don't play that, and then that game just kept coming back up in conversation.
Yeah, like maybe show me like a new Wolfenstein, or show me the next Doom, right? Those are the type of games that if they announce the next Wolfenstein and or show off that the next Wolfenstein, and it looks amazing, and it says it's going to be just coming to Xbox and PC, that alone will like make me super excited. So really all I want is I just want one or two games that's going to get me excited, because I really have there's like, aside from maybe Hellblade I think I'm like super excited for, but it's like, the thing is, the problem is that they don't have any games that compare to PlayStation Studios, dude. Like I'm not being a fanboy, I'm just putting it out there. Like if like there's maybe there's potential with Indiana Jones, but like there's nothing on the caliber of, say, like a Wolverine or a God of War Ragnarok, where it's like you absolutely know from the second you hit start until the very end where the credits roll that you're just going to be having an absolute blast, and it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to be talking about it for years and years and years. I don't know, man. There's just nothing on the horizon for Xbox. So this is their chance, man. Like, show me what these like 30 studios you have are making.
I agree.
Right.
And this new initiative that you push where they have to have demos, remember that? Like, let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see what
gameplay.
Yeah.
let's see what's up. Let's see what's going on.
Like Perfect Dark, man. Like that would be great. Even stuff like State of Decay 3, like
you know, honestly, I don't want to see State of Decay 3. I'm tell you why. Because I think of that CGI trailer of the deer eating the wolf, and I'm thinking, okay, I want it to be like that. I want it to be more like
You know,
Last
it's not
of
going
Us
to be
stuff.
like that.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying like shot for shot like CGI. Like, I'm
No,
saying
I'm telling you, like, you seen what
story-driven-
State of Decay was, man. This
I
is not
know.
happening.
I don't want it to be that. I want them to retell it in a different way. 'Cause-
well, dude, even I would say like just get if they announce like a new Psychonauts or something like that, right? You know, Double Fine comes out and shows, because I mean, a lot of people aren't talking about it, but you know, Psychonauts 2 was phenomenal. I thought it was fantastic. It was one of in my top 10 games of last year. Totally loved it. So even just something like that, man. Like Banjo-Kazooie, man. Come out and show me Banjo-Kazooie. A brand new game built from the ground up, like next gen graphics. Like Rare's gonna come off and they're gonna show us like season 50 of Sea of Thieves, and I'm gonna go for a pee break.
This
Well,
man, Blaze really got ice cream from the ice cream truck. This is crazy. But
You're
kids,
muted.
we were muted, bro.
Bro, he's like a microtransaction. Like, this motherfucker comes every day, and I can't say no to my kids, bro. I'm so and he
say
don't
no?
accept. You have to keep cash on you, man.
So you got yourself ice cream as well.
No, it's my kids. He's like,
Oh,
oh, I
it's
don't
your
want
order.
it.
Oh,
But what a waste. $4 with sprinkles.
Wait, you're
Good
kidding?
job.
Wait, $4 for that little ice cream?
It
Yeah.
was bigger.
I was
Oh.
say, I thought it was like $1 back in the day with the ice cream truck. Oh man,
Dude, we got to get Blaze's opinion.
yeah.
What
but-
happened?
What's his
Oh no,
predictions, man?
what's your prediction
yeah.
for the
I'm like
Xbox
waiting to hear
showcase?
what he's so excited for when it comes to Xbox.
I don't know what to do with myself. But
Xbox predictions. Like, what's your
I hope to see Machine Games. I want to see a new Wolfenstein. I hope they got something ready with that. I would love to see something from id Software, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I still think they're gonna show off Starfield. I think they're gonna show a lot of Hellblade. I think it's time because, you know, I expect to see the new Forza and the new engine, the next gen only engine. Other than that, anything else is a bonus. They got all these studios, but you know, I just expect them to come out firing and showing you, you know, they might not have anything ready this year, but I expect them to have some sort of a timeline to show you like, hey, we got things prepared, you know, we're prepping stuff for next year, you know, this year, you know, but I just expect them to show a lot of games, period. But those three in particular, new Forza, I want to see a new Wolfenstein, and I want to see what id Software is doing. But I just don't think it will show anything because it might be too soon.
You don't want that. Oh, so you it's working on
Stalker
I-
2, I'd love
yeah.
to see.
Okay. I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna get Stalker 2 because of the Ukraine.
I understand.
Didn't they just relocate though to be like
Yeah.
so they're
Yeah.
they resumed or whatever?
Yeah,
but
whenever they're getting
they-
situated,
it's-
I doubt they would be
Yeah.
at this show. They're still getting
Yeah, true.
situated.
And then I don't know about the Wolfenstein because unless they have like their team really big, because I would
Yeah.
assume that they're like all hands on deck with that Indiana Jones game, which is supposed to be first person, is the rumor.
I really want to see.
I definitely cut a 5-year-old in line. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm like, dude,
Oh
I
my, yo, chill.
had to do it, man. Nah, it's fine.
This man pulled the pursuit of happiness. Back up. Back up. Cut him line.
The one safe prediction for this year is I really don't think they're going to announce any more acquisitions. Like
No, yeah,
I think because of Activision Blizzard, they're just going to keep it quiet for a little bit.
Okay.
They'll probably start announcing like more acquisitions next year once that's
well, after it goes through, yeah.
What about
Yeah.
that new from what I've heard it was called Series V, Series E, whatever it's called, where it's like a little smaller thing that goes in the TV, basically a Fire Stick for Game Pass.
Well, dude,
No, I
that
don't
was
think they
in
will.
that Xbox One. That's the post I'm talking about. Like I don't give a crap about any of that stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
so-
going to talk about it then.
You know, they're gonna tell me no.
Like
No.
if they have a blog post about Xbox Series X2 or whatever,
Yeah.
like I'm interested in that because that's a console and it's a more powerful version of their console, which I'm probably going to end up buying. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff. But like, yeah, like I don't care about like streaming sticks and all that fun jazz. That like they're and plus they're the other thing they're going to do. I'll probably zone out a little bit for it, but they're for sure they're going to have like a 5 minute on like here's all the Game Pass stuff. Like because they're like their holiday this year is completely bare. Like they've got nothing.
It's bad. Yeah.
It's they might have Forza this year, but that's it. But you know, like the one thing Microsoft has is money, man. Like unlimited money. So absolutely, I can imagine there's going to be a big title that they're going to try to put day one. Right?
In Game Pass, probably. Yeah. Or I can see them cutting a deal with somebody. Yeah, for sure.
Which is cool. Like personally, I don't really care because it's like I'd rather have like Game Pass announcements on blog posts or whatever. But I know that's basically their business now is Game Pass. So of course we're gonna get.
Yeah, Phil made a comment that was like he's basically talking about next year. He's like we're gonna have pretty much five exclusives or 5 games by next year. I'm like, well, 2 of which we know about because they were supposed to be this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard.
Dude, I still remember that article from I think it was 2019 where they said that they wanted to have like a major release every quarter.
Every quarter, yeah, like Sean Layton's old strategy, 1 for each quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, where was the big game in Q1?
Exactly.
We're in Q2. Where's the big? We're approaching Q3. I don't know, man. Like I like sure. Like I think the funny thing is I think that they actually have like they do believe it when they announce stuff like that, but then the reality sinks in where they mismanage studios and everything gets delayed and like teams are just way behind and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like Perfect Dark probably should have been like, half developed by now.
Should have been done. I don't even say half developed. I would say done, or at least approaching the road to being gold.
Or whatever that other. I think Rare was making Everwild was that game.
Yep.
They don't even know what that game
is. They scrapped it.
Yeah, like Everwild should have been background. Like it should have been out in September. Like.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
That's in development.
And I actually thought that game looked visually impressive for the art style that it was when we first saw it.
Yeah.
Dude, when they put that trailer out, they even said themselves they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's really hard to get hyped, man. That's the biggest downer, right?
I agree. Yeah.
I saw a State of Decay 3 trailer and it looked pretty cool and like you think about the potential about what it could be, but then you realize, you know what? It's gonna be the same as number 2. It's gonna be another like 6.5 out of 10 probably, right? Like I don't know, man. Like it's just like you just know. Everwild was the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Looked cool. So I don't know, man.
R.L. Stein made up a good point. He said that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge is probably going to be in Game Pass or will be in Game Pass next week. So.
Oh, it is in Game Pass, yeah.
So that's one highlight going into the show. Huh?
Comes out next week, I believe, the game.
Yeah, so it's in there.
Oh, dude, I mean, it's a great service. I mean,
It just don't have the content right now. That's just what it is. It's lacking what it was talking about. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it depends on what you play. If you play like a broad spectrum of games, including AA and AA and indie, then I would say it's probably worthwhile. If you're just looking for AAA, especially like brand new AAA, then it's not. It's of course under delivering.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
But the one thing that I actually was actually thinking about this too that actually kind of even makes me like reevaluate the value of the service too is like I was actually just thinking Game Pass actually does tend to have at least like one pretty good indie game a month that comes out on it, right? They like Trek to Yomi was on there, and we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that's coming out. But the funny thing is that I was actually just thinking about too is like, let's say even if the service does have one good indie game a month, usually those indie games will cost you like $15 to like $20, sometimes a little bit more, but usually around that price range. And it's like, so basically I could spend $15, get it on Game Pass where I'm just renting it, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like whatever that game costs. I'm sure it can't be that expensive, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like I could spend $15 and do that, or I could spend $25 and just own the game for life.
Yeah, that's true.
Like basically, in order for the service to actually be extremely valuable to me, it's got to have at least like two like must buy, must play indie games a month. That'll justify the price for sure.
So you go off the, I mean, yeah, the indie, sure, for sure. That's for a lot of people too. But me, I mean, I don't. That's icing on the cake for me. You know what I mean? Because I don't really play a whole bunch of indies. It depends if the indie is really, really good. Like, if the indie was on the scale of, like, for example, Sifu. I thought Sifu looked, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Which they aren't, man.
Yeah,
but
but some of them were good, like Dust and the Legion Tale. Amazing game. I don't know if you ever played that. That was fantastic back in the day. You had Velocity 2X, Guacamelee. You know, there's a lot of games.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but Tunic is on there too.
Yep. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, but that's just it. Like, but because actually I was just like calculating and just thinking and like trying to think of all the indie games that came out. Like we're already in June, so the year's already half over, and I would say there's probably about 5 to 6 indie games that came out in Game Pass that I think would be good enough that I'd want to buy and invest my time in that. Right? So, but that to me, I'd rather just them buy the game. Right? Why would I subscribe to Game Pass? I could just buy the game flat out, probably for almost the same price as the monthly cost. Right? Yeah. So that's just it. Like, I don't know, man. Like I think I really do think the value of the service is going to like increase a lot once Microsoft actually gets these games out. They've got 30 studios, right? But it's going to be a little bit lacking, I would say, probably until like, you know, next year when Starfield and Redfall finally drop in it.
I mean, that's the thing about that's if Starfield even makes the impact that a lot of people are saying it's gonna make. I mean, again, Sunday is going to be really a determining you know what I mean? That's going to determine a lot because that gameplay got a hit.
Well, the thing is, like, people were hyped for Fallout 4, even I, until I got the game.
Yeah.
So it's not even that. You literally have to wait until people have the game and give their impressions and reviews, because the game might not be a hardcore game like they're claiming in terms of hardcore RPG. The story for a while has not been hitting from Todd Howard's team, so it's like they got to prove themselves, because for me, Obsidian is the way better studio in terms of Western RPG. They hit on stories, they hit on hardcore RPG elements.
Yeah,
so
it's true, man.
Hey guys,
I'm more hyped for a Valve
shout out to the mods, but I've seen some of the timeouts in the chat. We don't gotta be that strict. We can be, I can be open to that. I mean, I'm seeing some good back and forth from the chat. Well, hey, I relax. If it goes any extremes, then you can get rid of. But no need for that.
Yeah. Someone in the chat just mentioned that the new Plague Tale game is coming to Game Pass. Like that's good, man.
Yeah, that's something.
That's gonna be really good. That game, the first game was amazing. You need something like that, like 2 of those. I would say 2 of those like every month, and then you're given extreme value. That's just my opinion. Yep. You give me one, I'd rather just buy the game. Whatever that one game is, I'd rather just spend, even if I got to spend $25, $10 more than Game Pass, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Keep the game, not have to worry about it dropping out or whatever. I really do think too that this is just something that of course I just thought about because Sony just recently started doing it, but I would love to if Xbox would start adding achievements to some of their older games.
Yeah.
Like we had because I actually was not really all that interested in the new PlayStation Plus. Like I was kind of like just kind of wait and see. But as soon as they said that, like Siphon Filter and a bunch of other games are getting trophies, like that to me, I'm not even a huge trophy guy, but it just like, I just love the pop. You know what I mean? I love when I'm playing a
the
game.
little,
It's
the
like,
little blink, the little blink.
it's just, I don't know, man. It feels good. It's like dopamine.
You
right
remember
to
how
my
delayed
brain.
it was on the PlayStation 3 when you got it? Like you had to wait like 30
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
It felt like for like you did like, oh, did I mess up? Did I get the platinum? Did I mess up? Then it's like, oh my god, I think I screwed up. Then it finally pops. You're like, oh, thank God I can breathe. Like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said Forza Motorsport's coming spring 23. Well, that's another one of the 5 games, Hunter. There you go. We want to be a process of elimination
What's
here.
that?
But he said Forza Motorsport, it's spring 23. He said so. I guess we can throw that
I'm
in.
still really curious about this too because they originally, I believe they said that it was going to be like a next gen engine, but then there was rumors that it's coming out on the original Xbox One. So yeah, like I'm curious to see, is it going to be next gen only, or is it coming out on both? Or
Yep. But no.
oh, I totally forgot to mention too. The one thing that actually I think is going to be really exciting for me, potentially, is hopefully that battle royale for Halo.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're probably going to show that
I
off.
lost hope, dude. I lost hope.
Yeah.
I lost
Dude,
hope.
I hate to say it because I know it's just like cliche, but I don't know, man. Like when it comes to
you think a
online
battle royale will save
multiplayer,
it?
battle royale is the
It
best,
may.
man.
Yeah, I
I'm not a
think a
huge
battle
online multiplayer guy, but when I do, when I go on there, probably I'm playing an online battle royale.
So y'all think a battle royale is enough? I mean, and there's.
I didn't say. I never said it's
Well,
enough.
not
But they
enough.
got to
Y'all
do
think it's
something.
y'all think it's gonna change the? I mean, because they
It-
released 2 maps. Remember, right? That was the last time we got an update. It was like 2 maps.
Yeah,
or
season
1 map?
2.
Yeah, it was like 2
So,
maps.
but the thing is, what they're trying to hopefully do is, with doing battle royale, capture the attention of certain streamers, and certain streamers, if they love it, they'll continue to stream it. Therefore, getting more people to play the game.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see if that actually works or whatnot, or people gravitate towards that, or even streamers gravitate towards that. Because I even think battle royale is not as big as it once was, but it's still decently
Yeah.
popular.
It's very popular, but you know the crowd.
It's,
crowd's
oh,
still there.
dude, man, like
Yeah.
I'm still seeing like PUBG in like top 10 on Steam every day.
Fortnite still
Like
remains
it's
supreme. Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's like, I don't think battle royale is really like hyped as much as, maybe we just don't think about it as much, but like I still think the actual numbers are like still pretty consistently high. Like usually you're gonna see at least like 2 battle royales in the top 10 on Steam. It's probably like, you know, you got Apex and PUBG.
See, I like Darth Kermit here. Darth Kermit, I see him around. He's actually Ross fucking.
Dude, it's
Hey
I
Kermit, I'm
hate-
gonna give you a hammer.
Oh boy,
We're
here
gonna
got
shake
all
up
the
the
other
chat a
people
little
upset.
bit. Nah, we're gonna shake up the chat a little bit. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna shake it up.
Damn, you're gonna get some of your
Playing
mods
God. I'm
mad.
playing God in the chat.
That's all I gotta say, bro.
Not playing. Nah, don't abuse it. Nobody abuse your powers. You know what I mean? It's all gaming here, man. Enjoy the chat. Have fun. I saw one dude coming here all extra mad, like, "Hey, name a game other than Returnal, blah blah blah." That's exclusive to the PlayStation. I'm laughing 'cause I'm like, there's multiple, but I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, there's multiple, but also too like people say that to me all the time on Twitter, and it's kind of like, why do you care? What's the point? My PlayStation's still awesome.
Yeah.
The thing is with PS5 is that absolutely I firmly believe that the DualSense makes a huge difference. Like it just absolutely makes a huge difference. So for example, like the Callisto Protocol is coming out on multiple platforms. They've already announced on the PS blog that they're going to have, probably it seems like well, it has to be exclusive because it's on DualSense, but there's going to be some DualSense integrations, right? That alone, man, like it definitely adds to your immersion. And if I have a choice of playing the Callisto Protocol with my Series X controller versus my DualSense or like
DualSense.
any other type of controller, like it's gonna feel better, man. It's gonna immerse me more in the game. I'm gonna be scared more. I'm gonna jump because the controller is gonna shake in weird ways, and I'm gonna like at 3D audio, I'm gonna hear
Dude,
the monsters like all around me,
yeah.
crystal clear, right?
Like,
So
dude, I'm still hyped for Hogwarts Legacy. A lot of people probably sleeping on that. I'm still hyped for that game. That game looks
we
like
may
it's
get a
gonna be
release date
fantastic.
soon for that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that game looks fantastic, and with the DualSense support.
I really think that game is probably
oh
going to
yeah,
slip
man,
into
the DualSense
2023.
on that sounds good too. With,
I don't
like,
want it to slip into 2023, but I got a feeling it might.
yeah.
But no, it was a good show, man. It's a good show. I thought State Up, or I was gonna say State Up Play. I thought Summer Games Fest was okay for what it was. Jeff did good for what he had, and it could have been better. Obviously, if certain things didn't happen, especially with a certain announcement that got botched because of a leak. But overall, I enjoyed the show for what it was, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. As far as the Xbox Game Showcase or Xbox Bethesda Showcase, we got that Sunday. I'm looking forward to see what's going down. I mean, Microsoft doesn't impress us there, then, and especially with the bar set this low, I don't know what to say at that point, but I do think they're going to do something good at the Xbox Showcase. And, of course, you guys already know tomorrow we have a big interview for you guys. I'm going to be sitting down with Rachel from Activision Blizzard and Sony Santa Monica. So if you guys want to come through, it's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate everybody who came through, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and do so. Shout out to Blaze 4K. I think he had to step away with his kid, so shout out to Blaze. And, of course, shout out to Hunter, Red Hood, everybody else in the chat. Let's go ahead and get these outros. Hunter, let me start with you, my dude. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, so you can check me out on Twitter. It's my handle there is NextGenPlayer. So just give me a follow. Let's have some conversations, and that's about it, man. I obviously I come on the podcast every week here, so obviously come back to the show and chat with us here. And I don't know. I think I never actually did it, but I was thinking of doing some more Twitter Spaces. I was going to do one for Summer Games Fest, but I just had like family stuff come up. But yeah, man, I think
the Xbox, if you wanted to, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like I got some time this weekend, so I think I might start doing that. I just think that Twitter Spaces is just really fun. The one thing that I'm gonna do next time that I didn't do this first time, just because it was really my first Twitter Space that I've ever hosted, is I didn't give speaking rights to a bunch of folks. Like there was you and there was like Dapper Tux, but I noticed that there was like a few other folks. I don't actually know who a lot of them were, just random people that joined. But I think I might give some more speaker rights just so that we can get some fresh opinions, get some more people chatting. So, yeah, come to my Twitter and let's do some Twitter Spaces.
Okay, all right. Make sure you guys check out Hunter. Red Hood 420, the dude who went Hollywood, got his viewer base now. He's been playing the Quarry. He's been on Cloud9. You see what I'm saying? But,
This guy.
Oh yeah,
I showed up for 5 minutes. I was like, "Hey, Red Hood, what's up?" He ignored every comment and just went straight down.
I never ignore any comment on my Twitch stream. It's not the cap.
What's up?
But yeah, you can follow me on Twitch at RedHood420. Definitely streaming the Quarry tomorrow for a bit, and then Sunday streaming Xbox Showcase, PC Gamer Showcase. I believe is after theirs, so I'm definitely going to stream that. So actually going to be a 7-day week stream, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can follow me there. Twitter RedHood240, and YouTube. I'm still working on a video game essay, so definitely gonna be a while for that video to come through. So it's gonna take a minute, but hopefully you guys enjoy that if you're interested in that. So make sure to like, subscribe for Big Cloud as well, and everybody here follow them. Peace.
All right. And make sure you guys tune in to Solidcast every Wednesday. Blaze 4K's channel. That's where you'll find me at as well. As of course, every Friday here with the fellas here. You already know. It's all straight gaming here. Too much fun. We might have that banter. We might have some consoles get soft. I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff that happens on this show, but it's hilarious. Shout out to y'all, though. We appreciate y'all coming through. Glad you guys have fun. And, yeah. it was a pretty good week, I must say. Now, on to the next weekend, hopefully that much more closer to Sony announcing State of Play or that God of War release date, for God's sakes. It's the end of banter. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoyed the rest of your weekend, and see you guys tomorrow. And, of course, Sunday. Y'all be good.